Oh,
Lethal. Welcome fucking back. Happy
oh,
2026. You motherfucker, you. I missed you so much. I missed you guys as well. And this is going to be another fantastic year. Without further ado, I'm MMA Toad, and that's my boy, Lethal Hands Collectibles, aka Lethal Hands 2.0.
2.0.
Give that motherfucker a follow. He's starting up from the dead on IG, and I would like to see him back. And it will happen in just another fight card or two, because we're going to fucking run it this year. Big shout out also 10-7 MMA, Pro Schmo, MMA Jesus, all my boys rocking with us in the fucking Mud Hut. If you don't know, now you know. Tap on in. Give me a little whisper. Give me a little chirp. And maybe, just maybe, I'll have my UFC and PFL bodyguards let your ass into the Mud Hut. So, anyways, without further ado, how you doing, fucking Lethal? Let's go.
Mate. 6 weeks, I've posted stupid shit. Just posted shit. Posting AI shit. Posted non-AI shit. Just 6 weeks of doing shit, brother. I tell you what, I'm a very imaginative person. But that really fucking, wow, I was running out of ideas towards the end there, brother. Start cutting UFC fighters off the fucking roster, for fuck's sake. By the way, I'm going to say this. All you guys, we'll get to that one when we get to that one. But I love your guts cut, all right? All right, we all know what we're talking about. With that being said, mate, Toad, I'm going to say the same. Thank you to everyone for joining us, man. Thank you for everyone coming up, following us. I also started a UFC Nut House on Insta as well. So all those guys on there, thank you for following. Thank you for jumping into the Nut House and the Toad's Mud Hut. What we are is a bunch of OGs. What I did say in the Nut House, I said, if you put all our knowledge together, we have over 1,000 years of MMA knowledge, right? And that's what this is all about. Sharing knowledge, sharing shit. And at Pro Schmo, I'm going to say for you, brother, not charging people money like double nickel MMA. Motherfucker. All right? Hey, you contacted me once, double nickel MMA, and this is what you fucking did. You asked me pay you $5 for my pick. I sat back and I texted him back and I went, why do I pay you $5 for my pick? I said, do I get a return on my pick? He went, no return on your picks. I said, okay, so I give you $5, give you my brain, my fucking 15 years of knowledge, right? And I give you $5 for it and you give me nothing. I texted him back and I said, that is the worst business fucking plan I've ever heard. All right? Like, really, dude, like, if you're going to ask me for my fucking brain, you give me fucking money, cunt. You fucking give me money. Double nickel, Ferrari boy, whatever you are. Come back down to fucking earth with us fucking OGs, right? And you know what? If you fucking going to make money, prove it. For free, like,
yeah, I mean, I don't get how you would, hold on, bro. I don't get how you would pay into a service where all they did after the fact is just like hit a little wallpaper with check marks. It's like, okay, I could just go through fucking Tapology, miss a card entirely, take the fucking methods. He didn't even post methods. It was all shitty money lines. And just do some little green check marks like, yeah, tap on in for next week. Yo, how about this? Double nickel. How about double pennies? Fuck you. Go suck a fucking cock. You get the fuck out of this space. Before we went live, I was bragging to this fool up here how much I love and appreciate the MMA community. The realest motherfuckers I know. Because they give a fuck about life. They're not there just for that one fight, that one moment. I mean, we all are, but dude, if you have shit go on in life, they're just a good fucking group of people to talk to in a lot of cases. Then you have your fuck offs, your trolls, this, and that. But dude, this is the community. This is the place to be. And we don't want fucking scammers and bullshitters in part of it. Like, I don't know. Makes me sad. That guy also, the guy was part of Homa Fight Picks. Just gonna put that out there. I'm going to look entirely different at that entire group than what I had. So, whatever. Kind of fucking sad, though. All right, brother. Salute. UFC 324. Justin Gaethje. Maybe his last dance against the upcoming first ever main event, Paddy fucking the Baddie Pimblett. Now, it's a really tough one, dog. It's a tough one because you know what? I think I'm in a similar boat as a lot of people. I like both of these fighters. I would love to see both of them champions. However, and some people are using this. Yeah, right. No, it's like some people want to use this idea that Paddy needs to win to fight Ilya. That fight's happening fucking regardless. Let's just put that out there. There's some bad blood. You got fucking Paramount TKO mixed with UFC. They know a cinema fight when they can create one. Don't worry. So if you're having to then make me choose, because honestly, if it really was that, damn, then if this was the make or break with the Paddy fight for Ilya, damn, maybe I am rooting for him. But that fight's gonna happen regardless. This is Gaethje's last ever fight, and honestly, I need him at least 1 or 2 more times. I want to see Gaethje fight at least more than just the start of Paramount. Being his first and last fight Paramount, kind of like sad and bittersweet, you know what I mean? But I saw it on your chair as well, Lethal. Go ahead and show it before the stream. What did you have on that chair? What shirt did you have on that fucking chair? I saw it, you motherfucker. You. Let's go ahead and hold it up.
This is when I go for my piss, right? And I have to look after my dog, Saxon. You should see how big he is. The co-interviewer who's going to replace me for that 2 minutes is...
Did you know that? Did you know I've been wearing this for like the last year with you? I love that shit. That wasn't planned. I literally saw that fucking I saw that shirt and laughed to myself. Good shit.
That is bullshit. That is 2 brothers who are connected, who are fucking connected, bro. Same shirt, the same day. And I had it on and I thought, nah, because it's 33 degrees here in Australia. We know it's fucking hot down here, right? So I got the singlet on.
Celsius.
I've got to go for a fucking piss once in a while. So when I go for a piss, what I'll do is I'll put Gaethje on the chair and you can just talk to Gaethje. I didn't realize Gaethje was going to talk to Gaethje while I was gone. That's awesome. I can't believe you're wearing the same shirt, cunt.
Yeah, no, it's funny as shit. But would you not agree? I mean, Lethal, we trade cards, we talk cards together. You're a Paddy fan too. We both are Paddy fans. So
wow.
I've
invested in Paddy.
Yeah, I think a lot of us in trading cards. His trading cards, he's got one of the best rookie cards you can get in modern UFC, and it was part of the very limited pool with Panini. That makes it even more special. So, yeah, I don't know. Not a bad time to get a fucking kaboom Paddy Pimblett. You know what I mean?
I just bought that Panini Combat 2025 anthology box. So it's got boxing, it's got mixed martial arts, and it's got wrestling in it. Yeah. I bought because I thought, dude,
you got to record that, bro. When you open that, you got to stream and record that shit, bro.
It's all those memes that they send. This is the meme. I just bought. I'm going to pull one card out. It's got to be one. I'll pull a Mike Tyson, a Hulk Hogan. I'll pull a fucking Demetrius Johnson or something, right? I bought one, dude. I got sucked in because it's Panini. Only reason I bought it, because it's Topps, by the way. Panini bought out an anthology box.
Yep. And
a lot of my cards are old school Panini before Topps came back and re-got the contract. But yeah, so I only saw Panini. I went, you know what? They might have some old school cards in there that from back in the day that they're just trying to fucking get rid of. And they might be in that stupid box, man. So
they're probably my fucking redemptions they never mailed me. I got 2 redemptions. I got an Islam auto and I got an Israel Adesanya auto, both numbered, and I'll probably never have in my hands because Panini doesn't ship me their cards. Their support tells me that they're in the process of it, but it's been like 5 years, so I don't think
you're not getting your fucking cards back.
Yeah.
They're done.
Yeah. So, anyways,
so where we're going to go
without
from here? We're going to talk about Paddy and shit. We're going to start from the bottom of the food chain and go from the fucking worst possible fight that I don't even know what the fuck's going on. But you want me to roll on with this one?
Yeah, I'll go and punch this one off, and I'll start by saying this. We'll at least cook this one, right? Catching up with chat, you know, I got Paddy finishes Justin. That's great. How do you think it happens? Because I think 80% of the world's at least smart enough to admit it probably have to be on the ground, right? I know Paddy's big, and he's had some great moments on the feet, but you also got to look at the type of fights that Gaethje fights. He's not tit for tat. He's dirty with his boxing. He's got nasty leg kicks. And the way that Paddy likes to try to move and be evasive, he does at times put his fucking chin up. And I'm sorry, but if we're talking about what fighting in the trenches looks like, I got Gaethje all fucking day. And I think he'd be fucking mad to disapprove of the striking advantage there. It's just that Paddy has absolute fucking zap on the feet. If he hits a big shot, big elbow, I don't know. It's just I'm not in love with Paddy's ability to get the fight to the ground. People can talk about DuBronx getting the submission on Gaethje, but he didn't just fucking trip him and knock him down. He fucking hurt Gaethje bad. That's what DuBronx does, and that's where Paddy's really got to have that big superstar shine moment, paramount, big knockdown. You don't have to knock out Gaethje to have it be impressive. Just go fucking knock him on his ass. That'd be fucking crazy for Paddy. But I look at the ways he's gotten these old fights down to the ground. They're jumping gillies and just things that I don't think he's going to get away with. Not with Gaethje's takedown defense. So, without giving my official prediction away.
You just gave your official prediction.
I'm reading chat, giving it. No.
You fucking did it, brother. So actually, do you know what we'll do? Let's do this today. Not go from the bottom to the top. You've already started at the top. Let's work it from the main card down. Let's not fucking let one wait 2 hours to get there.
That's fine. Right, also catching up with chat. Just one last second. Yeah. Just before we do,
we'll go from the top to the bottom, mate. Because I don't really want to talk about the first fight. I really want to talk about all the other fights. So
yeah.
Let's talk about the last fight, the worst fight, which is the opening fight. Let's talk about that where we're all tired and we don't give a fuck.
Okay. That's
okay.
Fair.
Let's
10-7 MMA in the chat. And then he says, not me, I hate this community. All right. 10-7, you love this fucking community. You just spent 15 days talking about how much you love the community, how much you love this shit. Good try, though. And then lastly, I see...
Oh, wow.
He says another guy, Estrick. He says I get all my picks from James Krause, the infamous fucking MMA scammer who I don't know what there was to scam on. There's better free public info out there if you look on IG, YouTube. I don't know where you get your sources or if you decide yourself, but if you're paying double nickels, then that's kind of surprising. Honestly, he's not a capper, and I don't know, in the sense of like he's giving like real honest breakdowns and picking apart a fight the way that people can sometimes
double nickel. Stop sending little fucking things on Insta and all that bullshit. Go live like we are. Put your balls on the fucking line. Tell the people your picks.
Yes.
Right? Tell them your picks.
Put it public.
Let them see you. Okay? Let them see you. Because once we do this pod double nickels, my picks are locked in. Right? And people that follow us might win or might lose. That's the gamble I'm willing to take because I'm that confident myself. Don't steal my fucking picks. Don't steal other people's picks. Fucking yourself right here live like we are doing, like Pro Smo does, Dino does, like we all fucking do, and put your fucking nuts fucking line. All right? You get some balls. You are nothing double nickels. You are double nuts. Here we go. Double nuts, not fucking. Double nickels, not nuts. Nickels, not nuts, double. I'll work that shit out, man. By the end of the day, I'm going to have some stupid thing for that cunt. Nuts, double nickels. Double nuts, no nickels. Nickels, double nuts. Fucking.
Numb nuts.
Work that shit out.
Numb nuts, nickels. Got it. Anyways, no, I mean. Yeah, just put shit out there publicly. I hate the people who are like acting like their info is worth being paid for, and I don't know what's there to believe on. At least some people are vulnerable, hitting fucking crazy, parlay methods, and they'll get memed on for missing, 70 for every one they hit. But if they pay 100 to 1, you make money. You know what I mean? Like, that's a vulnerability that is successful in the space anyway. So
promoting this cunt when we should be talking about the fucking fight. So let's stop talking about
this
cunt.
I'm just trying to catch up with chat. So I'm gonna eventually say, hey, let's catch up with chat. I just want to make sure people know that we're chilling out, vibing with them. So yeah, anyways, because we appreciate you guys. We appreciate you guys making the live stream like something fun, more than just Lethal and I giving our opinions. So anyways, what up, cunts? Ahoy from Australia or fucking Hawaii, boys. From Hawaii, that's crazy. Anyways, yo, what's going on, Tanakh? All right, Lethal. You said you didn't care about this first fight. Do you want to give your official pick, breakdown? How do you feel about this one? Kicking things off. Look, first fight at 26. This is it.
Are we gonna start from fucking Paddy? Or are we gonna go back to the B? We've got to make a choice now. We've got to flip it. We might as well start at Umar in the middle. Like, we're gonna start this.
So I'll just start off by saying this. I'm giving somebody opinions on what can cook before we get to the main card. Just trying to catch up with chat. So that's kind of all I was doing there. I didn't give my official
I'm not going to give my main card then. We'll go all
so
the way back to the
I'm up for it. I'm indifferent. If you really want to start at the top, we can, but I feel like it kind of builds something for all of us waiting in chat and chilling out to like look forward to, I guess, for the better fights too.
Is Ty Miller from Hawaii?
No, Tanakh is in chat. You should pull up the YouTube stream, my guy, and you can follow chat too and reply and see what I'm looking at. All right,
I will do that right now.
Please do. I'd love to like let you know who I'm trying to talk to and reply to shit together.
Yeah, I'll do that right
Appreciate it. Kicking things off. Yeah, I'll talk about this first fight while you get that shit rolling. But anyways,
I'll pull up our own chat room, right?
Yep. I appreciate you guys. Much love. All right, here we go. The video, the full video will be posted. Lethal Toad MMA. So you'll be able to see the full upload there, and we'll have it linked out throughout IG tomorrow. Please, I'm gonna make a reel as well. I'm sure Lethal done a million fucking AI reels on this if he wanted to, with the work he's pumping out of his channel. So we'll have links to it tomorrow if you want from beginning to finish if you're just jumping in. But yeah, we appreciate you guys hanging out in the live stream because your shit's gonna be caked into the final video. So all you guys in chat throwing out your opinions, your fights, all bets, all this shit. We appreciate you, and hopefully we kind of snowball this thing and have more of you each time, right? You want to kick off this one, Lethal, or like again, you can start on the main.
I'm still trying to work out how to fucking do what I have to do because I'm a dumbass at this shit. So kick off this fight that I don't want to talk about.
You're good. All right, so kicking things off, we got Ty Miller taking on Adam Fugit. Fugit kind of rangy. He's had his losses in the UFC. You got to admit, though, there's some pretty tough guys. Morales was definitely probably one of the best guys he fought and lost to, but also you got Malott was one of those, but nonetheless, he's kind of like on one of those contracts right now, you'd imagine, where he kind of needs this one, or maybe it's not looking so hot for him being on another losing streak, 2 losses. He's been tit for tat. He really needs this one. Now you got an upcoming prospect in Ty Miller. His ranginess gives him kind of that sniper's advantage that people like, where his boxing is. And Fugit's one of those guys where he definitely can mix it a little bit, but he's not renowned in any of these areas. He's gotten more knockouts than anything, and I think that's because of the fact that he does carry some size and strength. But to say he's like super technical, he's got a nice high guard, but people pop him all fucking directions. He's like sitting there in that high fucking guard, and I swear to God, what is it blocking when I watch Adam Fugit get fucking struck at? So I have a very easy time believing in Miller just making this look very easy and getting it done early, maybe with a finish of his own. But he's also, against way worse opponents, has had his share of split decision wins and not getting a bunch of finishes, but getting a lot of decision wins. So to say that Fugit's out of this fight so bad that he's not worth a sprinkle at plus 3-7-10 or maybe a cheap little early upset parlay leg, dude, pretty good live odds. His knockout, double figures. His submission, double figures. So The props are really there for Fugit if you were like wanting one of the biggest upsets of the card to occur, but that I expect to if it did happen, at least I should say. Yeah, maybe not the worst, but give me Ty, give me as a pick. Let's kick off 1-1. What's your pick on this one, Lethal?
All right, brother. Firstly, I fixed up the shit so I can see what you see.
Fuck yeah. Cheers.
Look, I have no idea about fucking Ty Miller. I didn't even want to study him, man. I looked at his record. I'm not interested. You know me. Just show yourself. Just don't turn up and. I'm not putting money on a fucking horse that's just come out the fucking stable. I don't know. Like, I have no idea. Adam Fugit, I've watched many of his fights, and I don't like him either. So I don't like the fight.
Yeah.
At all. I'm not punting on it. I don't care about the $4.20 to $1.23 odds. It's probably going to be the fight that I'm going to probably take my dog for the walk and just break it down. Not interested, man. But if you want me to pick, I'm going to pick Ty Miller, which I have no idea. I'm just going to go by this flock of seagulls here, brother. The flock of seagulls. Not interested. Don't care. Ty Miller at $1.23. Why would he want to bet on that fight? To make money, not bet on a guy that's about to get kicked out the UFC and a guy that I have no fucking idea about. I don't even want to study this fight. I don't even want to look at the fight. I don't even want to waste my time. I don't even know why this fight. John Adik has one thing. He can cut the fucking fights down from 15 to 10. Fucking fight out. Yeah, done. Thank you. Next.
Yep. All right, we got Ricky Oturcios taking on Cameron Smotherland. Dude, not like super excited about either guy in the sense of like they give me the confidence to get the job done, and it stylistically kind of matches where, yeah, dude, if Cameron has the Rosas Jr. show up that Ricky fought like to that level, Ricky shows up and is performing at that grappling level, I could just see Cameron losing these fucking rounds, first round, second round. He's losing to a decision. And then when he's finally up to his feet, it's like, does he have that fucking knockout? As like Ricky's probably getting gas and fading, but his cardio is fantastic. He's kind of weird. I love his little poetry he does when he wins too. Like
the song. Remember that song he sang when he did that fucking. We did that fucking song. Oh wow, that was brilliant, man. I sat back and watched that.
Ricky's like, if he wins, it's kind of like going to be a shoey. You just don't know what it is. So I like Ricky. I think he's like a chill dude. But at the end of the day, man, the 2-loss streak for both guys is a big deal. And stylistically, how do you see it happen? Now, I think Ricky is a good plus dog. I don't have that same feeling I used to have for Ricky. Like I had in early 2021, 2022. He's kind of lost that for me. And I feel like Smollerman has that kind of power that he's going to win in damage if there's some exchanges. The big thing I highlighted was the grappling and control time. Does he get eventually submitted? I don't know. But Ricky's live for all 15 minutes. He's probably not going to gas. And if he is gassing, it's probably to his benefit, the grappling, winning at least 2 to 3 rounds. So if you can't tell, I've been a little back and forth on this for some reasons, but I got to trust that this Cameron dude is just fresher. He's going to have that power and he's going to connect and it's going to change the whole trajectory of what Ricky's going to try to do over 15, and he probably loses. So give me Cameron. That's my pick.
Okay, Ricky, now the card starts. So I've already cut out 2 fighters of you. Look, I'm just doing a UFC fighter cut right now. I'm cutting Fugit and Ty Miller. I'm cutting you yet because you just started, but Fugit, you're out. $4.20, you're done. So now the card starts. Ricky, wow, impressive, on fucking tough reality. All cool. He's got this cool fucking cheese value fucking, hey, man, like a reborn dude from the 60s. Great at fucking BJJ. That's his skill. Wish he would use it more, instead of running around like a goddamn crazy monkey around the ring, stomping the ring, going, like, settle down, cunt. Settle down. It worked maybe once. You're on a fucking losing streak, bro. So let's slow that fucking little teenage brain. Don't forget I'm old, cunt. So let's slow that teenage brain down of yours and just fucking use all those skills and pack them into something special. Because I can see social media wise, him wise, if you put all that into a package, you got something cool. Now, Smotherman, you just fucked everyone up the last fucking year, dude. Everyone lost you on you last year, mate. Drew that parlay when he lost, right? Like we have like everyone feed Motherman this, Motherman that. Come on, we were part of it. I wasn't part of it. I lost huge money. Lucky I had fucking long shot money going on.
You're talking about the submission on that, when he got just walked out and got submitted.
That's right.
I actually hit the submission underdog because it was super high prop, and that was like that dude's bread and butter. And then I had the under 2.5, so I was actually happy, but it was just like a shocking pick that I just completely dumpster fired. Like, weakness. Fuck, you know.
Smotherman's not no Michael Morales, man. You know, he might fucking be like him, but he's no Michael Morales here.
Yeah.
Ricky, goddamn. Now, I went into this year, like I think you said, Toad, I'm not going to go emotional here. I'm here to fucking make money for myself and people that follow us. So, Smotherman's, I think Ricky still hasn't got his shit together. He still looks like a teenager that hasn't put all his skills into one bucket. I'm not sure yet. He's a very exciting fighter. I really do like him. And I still would have not cut him from the UFC right now. As far as my cutting thing that I do on Instagram, I would still give him another chance if he lost. But only if he just, like, Smotherman has to fucking destroy him. And then he's cut from the UFC. Like a Brad Katona. You're fucking finished, cut. All right, there's no more Brad Katona coming back to UFC. Guys go to fucking Misfits Boxing, Brad Katona, or those fucking 3 degrees you have and go and really be a smart man and earn $1 million. But Cameron Smotherman is where I'm going.
I'll be honest with you, Lethal. If you're saying like Ricky needs this one or he may get cut, I think the guys he's at least losing to are high enough caliber that he'll be around. He'll just be one of these like he is now, very early prelim. And we're probably going to put other fading vets and rising prospects against him because he can at least carry 15 minutes of, pretty good grappling. Mate, otherwise.
I wanted to stay in the UFC. I want Ricky Jacaros to stay in the UFC. Win, lose, or draw. But I am not betting on you this week, my brother. Because I think Smotherman's going to come out and he's got to fix some shit, man. Right with the punters,
if Ricky's light prop goes plus 300, plus 400 in this fight, I probably do sprinkle low.
Well, he's at $2.60 here in Australia just to win.
Yeah,
just to win.
Yeah, no, that's not bad money line, seeing that he kind of offers like that ability to win by decision, win by submission, and maybe he has something cool happen on the ground. I don't see him being the guy that starches Cameron. He'd probably be the one getting starch on the feet, but like I could see him very much winning those other two ways. So pay attention to that live prop because I feel like people are like, for whatever reason, a little bit maybe just one-sided this week, and I'm part of the Siegel flock. Like I do think that Cameron has a breakout moment in a fight that makes him win it, but I'm not super confident in him, and I like that Ricky's plus money, so I've certainly been eyeing that. And I love my live betting early where I can take my most confident pick and take that live prop and just use it as a booster. Think of it that way. It's like your little casino app gives you 30% on the main event, one of them kind of juicy boosters. Make it a 2-leg, less smack. But dude, when it's a fighter like Neil Magny, I'll get those live props at plus 1,000 because they counted him out in the first and second round. But then Neil started coming back late second round. The props are all closed down, making adjustments. Now it's third round, and my fucking boys in here, crack, throwing them fucking knees. And Neil Magny makes me a plus 1,100 live dog prop bet. So
we backed Neil Magny all fights last year and made big dollars.
We did.
Yeah, and then at the end, he lost one. Okay.
It's all right. I backed
him at the end.
He's been around a minute. Like, it's okay. He can lose a fight. It doesn't.
Neil Magny made me more money last year than a little bit that I lost on the last fight, brother.
Yeah.
Okay, so Neil Magny, well done to you, mate. As far as a punter's concerned, I followed you
too.
for it, and you know what? So you lost one. Gave me 3 good fucking weekends, brother. 3 good weekends, mate. Thank you. Cheers, Neil Magny.
I just like that he doesn't quit on himself, regardless of the adversity. So, man, anyways, he's definitely one of those guys that might start a little cold, but man, does the end of the fight burn hot when he's just letting it go. You know what I mean? So he's tough. He's a gamer. Moving up the card.
Yep.
Finally getting into a fight that I am Ooh, this is a really good fucking prelim fight right here. This is one of those, if you just sat down at the main card and look back, you're probably watching a highlight reel right now on IG, because I think we get a fantastic fucking finish here. And I'm not going to sit here and just immediately jump on saying, hey, it's going to be Josh, although, you know, probably would be. But Denzel is like his last performance really doesn't give him like the justice, and maybe he didn't have the right dance partner. But dude, you don't get that choice when you fight Josh. That's why I love this matchup. Is Denzel either has to pull it out or he's getting fucking slept. That's how the first round works with Josh, and I fucking love fighters like this. So let's go, Lethal. Who do you got for me? But I can tell you right now, you better be hammering distance no on this fight, please. This is the lock for me.
I'm gonna take the fucking new big mouth Colby Covington fucking boy in town. Okay? All right? Now, I'm not saying he's Colby. Colby's a fucking piece of shit. When I find a Colby card in my room, I'm trying to find one. I'm burning cards and I'm fucking honest because I don't. He's a fucking cunt. This guy. Actually,
hey there, virgins.
I don't know, man. I don't know. This guy, I don't know. He just impresses me. Some people can walk the walk and talk the talk. Some can't. I think he's going to walk the walk and talk the talk. So, yeah, Denzel, you know, you're all cool, you man. You got the fucking cool looks. You even look like Denzel Washington. You fucking smooth looking dude, man.
He's actually got military background. Do you know that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, hey, it's just, yeah. I'm going to take the walk. Do you know what? Sometimes you can have 2 people with equal skills in a ring. The guy that fucking knows that he's just going to fucking win is that guy. It's like Sparta. It's like literally, there's some people that just know, like John Johns knows that.
Yeah.
He literally walks in the ring and knows he's going to win. Because he's the better fighter, because he just thinks he's the better fighter.
And because he's on PEDs and probably other drugs when he fights live. And in the background, he just got done groping somebody with a commissioner. I got him ready for the fight too.
Orange zebra, right there. 1.5 years I've been chasing that thing. Don't bag the boy that show off an orange zebra in your room. Just give it to the John Jones PED boy. He's got a whole beautiful like John Jones. But yes.
You don't understand.
Let's have it.
The Jones is even more valuable because he's gay.
Okay, let's make it fair for John Jones.
But that's okay. I'm just saying it adds more value to the card because it's Tiger and he's gay. That's all.
And this is at John Jones. John Jones, if they think you're on PEDs, you know what? Go and take them. We'll have a UFC PED fucking tournament. All you guys are just juiced up. Still equal. It's all equal then. If you're all juiced up, it's the same.
Wait, so I can give PEDs to Gon and Tom right now, and John's going to go beat him? Well, sorry, God, we already know can't wrestle, so that's a given. But
I don't have a PED. Could you imagine him like fully just like, I'm gonna go turn into a fucking monster? Like,
yeah, Gon would probably evolve like a Pokemon, but Tom would just be like fucking a problem stage 1 still. You know what I mean? But Gon would. Francis is actually, he would evolve to a 3rd evolution. If we could give Francis some PEDs and have him back in the UFC.
Oh, all day, right?
Oh, fuck. Now he's like hitting like a Dodge fucking twin turbo Hemi. Fucking punch machines through a fucking wall.
All day.
All right. We're having way too much
right.
fucking fun, but yes, these heavyweights are gonna bang. Give me distance. No, I got it at -200 something before it fucking tightens. So this is a lock. Give me distance. No, I don't think Josh is the kind of guy that's gonna dance around and just fucking grab nutsack like Freeman's last opponent. So I think Josh gets it done, and I think Denzel's live for an upset finish, and I would not be too surprised. So give me violence, give me a finish, but 90% of the world thinking that fucking Josh gets it done as well. All right.
So you got Josh on this one?
Yeah, who do you got?
So I got Josh. So far I've got Killer, Smotherman, Josh.
Good shit. All right, moving up the card, another high caliber, in my opinion, prelim fight. I think two vets is what we need. Sometimes it's all these who the fuck is this versus welcome back. And so we have exactly that. Alexander Hernandez taking on Michael Johnson. Hernandez streaking, knockouts, again, violent. I think Michael is either on point or he's not. I mean, it's not that I don't respect what Michael has been able to do in the past, but dude, he's like 39 and it's been a little rougher. You know what I mean? Yeah. I almost thought he was 38. No, 39. He's almost 40. And Alexander's just not the kind of guy I think you want to have that gut check right now. Not with how he's gotten his 4 wins done. So I'm going to go Hernandez. I think he gets it done. This could be another knockout or decision. He's really fucking strong and just kind of geo for the weight class. Small for featherweight, fucking weight, too big for featherweight, but too small for lightweight. Like, he would be a perfect in between if they had something, in my opinion. So I think Johnson, either he's on point and he controls and grapples Alexander. I don't think Johnson's winning a striking exchange. I think Johnson's really got to mix it and try to tire that killer first, second round killer instincts of Hernandez, where now if Johnson's taking a shot, he's got like 20% steam on that shit as he's gassing. So, or he's trying to preserve himself for a blitz or a burst and open up something with a jab. And at that point, he's not winning the fight back. So Johnson might edge a decision. Johnson's live in this fight. He's already a slight underdog at +170 props on Tapology. Yeah. I'm sure Lethal's bookies having him at +200 something.
Yeah, I'm about to let you know.
If Johnson goes to +300 in this fight, 400 in this fight, as long as he's wearing and tiring and Hernandez isn't too fresh, I might take it. But so as long as Hernandez is throwing with full intention, is sharp, moving, controlling, I can only expect he probably wins this fight. So give me Hernandez. But I do trust that Johnson has that instinct in him, that dog, to maybe make you regret it in the later parts of the fight as he makes the adjustments through the grappling. And maybe we can cash out and rejoice for getting a pick wrong. But I'm going to take Hernandez. Lethal, take it.
Brother, I was really excited about this fight. Johnson made me money, actually, last year. So he was a fucking
huge dog. Yeah. Plus 570, I think.
Yeah.
Like, money line.
For me, man. I got to send my missus on Holland, Michael Johnson, and Neil Magny. He made me some good money last year. Okay, so I'm going to look at this, man. I'm going to look at this as from me. No one in the UFC can beat the speed of Johnson. I'm going to put it that way, right? So I'm going to tick that in the box. No one can beat the hand speed. He flies around the ring. What's that?
You're saying current Johnson?
Michael Johnson right now. Even Michael Johnson right now. No one in the... I think his speed is still the same. Never changes. I think he's fast. He's going to win by speed. Hernandez, he's come back a little bit, man.
Yeah.
He sort of, he went through that whole, calling fucking old mate Homer, and doing all the shit and got and Donald Cerrone and fuck, what I mean? Like, he had a thing and he's come back. This is speed versus strength, in my opinion, when I'm watching this fight.
Yeah.
And if I'm going to break it down as the simplest terms, the speed of Johnson, which is immaculate, immaculate, and the
Yes.
strength and I guess the resistance of Hernandez. Important word being the resistance, because Hernandez can take a lot of Johnson's hits because he's a tough cunt. He's a fucking tough cunt. He's built for it. He's made himself in the UFC. He tried to become an ass, like that was where he wanted to be. It didn't work for him. He regrouped. He rebuilt. He's on a winning streak. I'm saying this again. I'm not going to go emotional. Last year, I lost a lot of bets by going emotional. I watched Michael Johnson thrive, and I've watched him also get flogged, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
I've never seen Hernandez get flogged. I see Hernandez thriving as a young fighter. Johnson, you might fluke it. You are fast. Very, very fast. You're as fast as Demetrius Johnson, as far as I'm concerned. You're very, or, you know, like you're very, very fast. Your skill is speed, dude. And it's accuracy, power and toughness. I've seen Johnson break. You've seen Johnson break. You saw Habib do that, yeah?
Yeah.
I've never seen Hernandez break. So non-emotional bet. I love Johnson to win, brother. I want Johnson to win. I'm going to at, and say he's only at $2.35 down here too, by the way. He's not 3-1 or anything. It's at $2.35 to $1.60. So Australian bookies reckon, hey, he's going to lose, but it's not that bad. He's not going out in a goddamn stretcher.
Yeah.
So, but as far as following what I want to pick, I have to go Hernandez with the run. I think the youth, I don't know how much long speed can last at our age. And he's like, I'm 53. He's 37. We're talking about a guy that's not because I'm saying he's old. I'm just saying, hey, dude, the sport you're in turns you old. You have no choice. Your bones get broken. You don't heal as quick. You know, I've never fought in the UFC. I don't have all that shit. I'm 53. I can still run around. So I acknowledge what they go through. And at 37, I don't know with the speed and all that's going to get you through that, because this is a young, hungry fighter, and he's not broken. Yeah. Been broken. You know, so I love this fight. I want Johnson to win in my heart. But I told you this year, and I think we've DM'd each other. We said that we're not going to go emotional this year. We're going to go money and fucking where we think. I'm with you.
I definitely lost like every card 10% or better picks on emotion, but it's like kind of wanting to also show like my dedication and my sincerity and like that loyalness to the fighters that rock with me. I had those relationships with on the side, you know. Some of these people are really cool to talk to, and I give them that full support and respect going into a fight, because how beautiful would that be for them? You know, these are fighters that all have had the highs and lows of the sport, and they're kind of at that part where they're probably making their final pushes, a lot of them. And I love to be there in that corner where they probably need a fan the most, because most of those fans, once upon a time fans, have eyes on other fighters. It's almost like, I don't know, that loyalness isn't always there. So it's cool to be part of the small community in that sense, and just like, you know, have their backs, because at the end of the day, not only is it being a good friend, but they're always the big underdogs, Lethal. They're always the ones that just that hits on your bet slip, and you could have had like a lot of your main card picks wrong or whatever the order of that fight was, and it just made your night still, you know. So shout out to our underdogs, our old dogs, our vets, and shout out to this man right here for capping on a lot of those old dog vet picks throughout last year, and maybe encouraging me more than I already do to put some money on those guys. So we had a really good fucking time doing that, and you know, we'll recognize real when we recognize real. Starting with, in that last fight, Alex Perez versus Charles Johnson. Take this one away, Lethal.
I'm going to leave you with Justin Gaethje.
Yeah,
Yeah, you got Justin Gaethje. Will I go and regroup and get some beer? Is Justin?
Oh, I see. Yes.
Justin?
Yo,
That's
Justin.
the group.
Okay.
Good.
Yeah, they're good.
Really...
I'll get them situated. I'm going to do what two Justins would probably do if this was real life real quick here. So we'll make this real authentic for Lethal while he's gone here.
I'm not going for fucking piss because everyone knows I've been drinking beer since the start. So I'm going to leave you with Justin. Hey guys, Lethal's going for a piss and I'm going to leave you with the tone.
All right, let's do it. All right, Justin, this is Justin. Salute. Saying actually works pretty good. Shout out to the unofficial sponsor of today's stream, Sploofy. Nice little odor control for all those nice, beautiful clouds that you're blowing. And just make the house more presentable and nice. So you got landlords showing up to your house and they're trying to fix the furnace because it's fucking, south, Midwest, Michigan. You got, negative degree weather out and, just make it nice for them when they're here fixing that kind of shit while me and my frog use a space heater to stay alive. So shout out to Sploofy. You did the job. No one knew. And Toad keeps on croaking, and shout out to those guys and 269 can 269 can. So shout out to that group too. Shit. Hope you guys are having a good time though. Again, we're pretty spoiled on this opener, man. I think there's just some good recognizable names all the way up this prelim into the main. I mean, it sucks that the Nunes and Harrison fight fell off. I saw the moment it happened. I saw the news. Harrison out, broke her cock, and I just thought it would be on my birthday weekend, right? It was just too good to be true. And those injuries don't heal quick. Like when you break your cock, the level of the amount she grapples and uses those muscles and her waist, cock injury is going to be hard to come back for Harrison. So, Amanda might have to come back and just entertain the belt for a fight or two and have Harrison at the end of the year heal her cock up and come back and fight. So, anyways, that's the conversation I had with Gaethje. While, dude, he took a big fucking dab and ran off, dude. You should have seen it. In fact,
Gaethje's fucking, you know what? When he retires, or if he retires, and we'll get to that, dude, he should work for this shit, man. So he's really good. Thank you, Gaethje, for covering me. Hey, did he talk to your Gaethje?
They did. They fucking did a dab and ran off and played some golf and got drunk. They did.
Awesome.
They're best buds now, man. Like they love life.
2026, our first guest, Justin Gaethje, turned up on our set. How's that? Sitting in my chair, all the way down under. How can he be all the way in the US and in Australia at the same time? That's what makes him amazing, brother.
All right, I'm gonna keep ripping through this card, Lethal. Welcome back in. Thank you guys for tapping back in, and let's do it.
How's the chats going? How's the chats going, brother?
No more coming through, so we're gonna pick up some speed and keep these fights moving because I really want people to join in on their opinions as well as we talk about bets, picks, etc. So we're gonna get this shit show on the road. Without further ado, you got Alex Perez, Charles Johnson. Not another bad fucking matchup. Charles Johnson, perfect prelim fighter. I'm always interested. Doesn't matter if they're a prospect or vet. He's always kind of bobbing and weaving just as he fights, as he does in these competitors. He's got a good physicality. He's pretty consistent over 15, and that's where he's a perfect test for a lot of fighters we have questions about, including Josh Van, which we all know how that test went. That's why I think Pantoja runs his shit back over. But anyways, Alex Perez, as you can see in the fucking photo right there, I mean, this dude is a gamer, but this is an older, younger spirit as well. Also a vet in his own regard and in terms of his fight career. And, he doesn't have that crazy physicality, but dude, does Alex Perez have some fucking spirit. He's a fucking marauder, as Joe Rogan would say. But that light has definitely, for me at least, burned out. I think he's been tested a little hard against kind of where today's top 15 are. And I know Charles Johnson, the way the rankings have fell for him, have him punted outside of the top 15. But in my opinion, as far as flyweight goes, Charles Johnson is closer to a 12th or 13th ranked flyweight for me, at the very least. And I think that I would not be surprised if he could hold himself at rank 8 or 9 or 10 if he gets another win or two. I think he's on his way back. I think there's that story arc with him and Josh at this point, that when Pantoja beats the shit out of Joshua Van, the way the fight actually would have went, I think Josh Van's lined up to fight Charles Johnson if he could get this win and maybe one more. So, without further ado, I'm going to say that NRG, I think, has like higher hopes, higher ceiling, higher trajectory, higher aura than what the current Alex Perez has. He's got the physicality and his ability to mix, his flashiness. It definitely looks good on a scorecard decision. So Charles Johnson, that's my pick. But I'm always rocking with my boy NRG. He's OG for sure. What do you got for me, Lethal?
Mate, look, again, this is another old man, not old again, like just I don't know, 25 and 10, like that's 35 fights. In all that time, I'm going to tell you what, if I joined the UFC, which I in my next lifetime, not this one, it wasn't around. I was around too late. But in my next lifetime, when I join the UFC, I'm going to join to make sure my record is not 25 and 10. I'm going to make sure that I'm going to win the fucking belt, right?
Mm-hmm.
Or even get close to it, like Gaethje has 5 times. You know what I mean? At least have that. I'm going to do that. I love that they need to keep people on rosters. Again, you know I do my Instagram cuts. You know he will be one of them along the way. Not because I'm an asshole, not because this is just, when I do my Instagram cuts, brother, I just not doing it because I don't like them. I'm just like looking at the current state. I'm looking at this, I'm looking at that. Get to the last one because that one caused a lot of controversy. In reality, it's just about record, okay? Just about record. And that's why the last one is what people are going to, it's controversies about. But Alex Perez, man, I'm sorry, brother. There's new people on the block, okay?
I like Perez actually a bit too. It's not like there's a dislike for him.
Mate, look, if you didn't get there by now, you're not going to get there, okay? It's just that plain and simple.
Unless you're hold on, unless you're like Du Bronx and Glover Teixeira, right? Then there's some exceptions to this pool, but
and you know what? Yeah. And that's 1%. That's a 1%er. You know, like I can't believe all of them. You know,
you're not Brazilian, Alex. What we're trying to say is, Alex, you're not Brazilian, and that's why it's not going to work. That's why it's not going to work for you when you're 40. Okay.
So look, I'm going to cut a long story short. I'm going Johnson here, probably by decision. I don't think this is going to be anything spectacular of a fight. You know, I think Alex is going to go for the takedowns. He's going to try and clinch him up. He's going to try and stop the.
You think Alex wants to grapple with Charles?
I think so, man. I don't know. Again, it's just.
I think that's where Charles thrives, is when he can kind of use that clinch with his length, his elbows, his knees, and he's a good wrestler, obviously, Olympian wrestler. I think Alex Perez should come in with a striking mentality of like, I need to hurt fucking Charles to the body and work on leg kicks and like try to break down this.
He's not going to get through the defenses of Johnson.
Oh yeah, yeah. I'm just saying, what is his path to fucking victory? What is his coach's corner saying right now? I don't think he's going to be I don't think he's grappling. That's my opinion.
If I'm telling Alex Perez, if I'm in his corner, I'm going, dude, pull that cunt tight. Don't let all that length slow you down, and use the grappling that you do have. And if you want to make this a boring fight, go boring on him. But do not engage in this, a striking match. It's the two Johnsons. If he fought the other Johnson, Michael Johnson, Alex Perez still loses.
Yeah. But here's my opinion of that lethal. It's like Johnson, especially being kind of a weird, awkward striker as he is sometimes when he is grappling and mixing, he can't tell me that Charles wouldn't be live for a reversal or two where he's got wrist control or he's setting up literally a fucking counter that as he's gaining his control back to his feet, switching back around off the octagon and is like setting something up. You can't tell me that Johnson loves to thrive in that situation. I don't think Alex should be grappling with Charles. No, if Alex comes out and actually wins exactly like you say, I'll be the first to message you and be like, dude, fucking boom. But
I'm not talking Brazilian BJJ. I'm just talking hold the
clinch
and clinch and just don't just hold him. I don't
dude, you do not, dude. Johnson is a fucking huge dude at flyweight. You do not want to clinch with him. He always fucks people up in the clinch. He's a problem.
I'm still going Johnson. I'm cutting Alex sometimes during the year, unless there's something spectacular happens. But I have to go Johnson, and I don't see a way out for Alex here in this fight at all. 0. The odds are 256. You know I like long shots. I'm not even sprinkling money on that shit, dude.
Yeah.
But I would say there's one thing I do know when I've trained is if I can't handle someone on the outside, I need to bring in him here. I'm either here or I'm here or I'm here. I can't be fucking in this pocket here, right? He needs to make a decision. Alex needs to make a decision. Is he here? Is he here? Or does he want to be here? Like you said, you can't see a way out for Alex either. Like, old mate's good in the clinch. Old mate's good at the stand-up. Old mate's got the length.
I think he needs to look for like a shot that opens up Charles and then work off that rather than like try to initiate that.
Good luck. And do you know how he's going to get that shot? He's got to get from here to here. Yeah. He's literally got to go down, and punch him in the face. Now, I've got the bong as fucking Johnson. So Alex has got to go from here and go, duck, strike, like a hook or something cool. But he's got to fucking do so. He can't win from here.
I love that you're using this. That's perfect.
He cannot win from here.
We just unlocked a new fucking stream meta. I just unlocked a new stream tool that we're going to use where I'm trying to use lethal to break down a segment for me. All right, we'll see. I think Perez needs to chop like some fucking nasty kick, like leg kick or body shot to open up Charles, knowing that he has a very good chance of getting countered and fucking dropped and wrestled on and fucking smashed on the ground. So he's about cooked anyways. He needs something big. Get a little risky, get a little frisky, because if you let Charles do his thing, he's probably beating your fucking ass over 15 minutes. Just like Joshua Van's fight. All right, moving on to the card. Unless you got anything else for me.
No, brother, that's done. This is where the card starts. This is where all the excitement happens.
So, like, remember on UFC 300, we had the beautiful luxury of watching Rakic and fucking Yuri? Remember? UFC 300 prelims? Man, was I just fucking screaming, having a fucking ball in the audience for that fight. And these two drunk dudes come fucking just seat hopping closer and closer between the fights, just not tickets or whatever. And they wanted to stand right next to me and one of my homies I went with and was just talking mad shit on Yuri after the first and second round. And I'm like, yo, Yuri's coming back in this fight. I was just like, he's weird like that, man. Like, you almost have to hit him and wake him up. But he makes these adjustments and turns into a true warrior. And he'll fling his body and try to just kill the other guy. He never quits on himself for the finish. Like, he's very dangerous. And he showed him my bet slip that I had him choking out Glover. And because it was 50-1 odds. It was plus 5,000 prop. And they just was like shaking their head like, really? And I was like, yeah, this guy's the fucking deal. And right as I'm saying this, Yuri's coming back cracking and the fight comes alive. When I was reminiscing this memory because I think for this card, for this moment, Paramount, the debut 2026 UFC. That is this fight in like another life. This fight will have guys dropped, guys hurt, fucking going for scrambles, submissions on the ground potentially from Nikita. I think this is a light heavyweight fight that, had you not seen some electricity in the heavyweight fight earlier with Hokit or a few other like breakout moments that may have happened, like Hernandez or whatever, Charles, this is a guaranteed firework fight. This fight will not go to the judges. This is a finish, and this is another spectacular highlight on your phone on Instagram. So, uh, as far as pick lethal, I want you to lead the way on this one. I'm curious to hear your opinion and take, and I'll echo you from there. It's such a fucking great fight, bro. Like, this is gonna be it.
So we're going Nikita versus Mediscus, right?
Yes, sir.
So we're here. So wow, I've already punted on this fight. So I've already got a bet on this fight.
Yep.
All right, I've got a parlay bet and I've got a single bet. Okay, guys, guess which one is which? So my parlay bet, which I'm sticking with, and I'm going to say this loud, I've got Mediscus to win. Okay, he's on a nice fucking winning streak, man. He's changed camps. He's training with Aspinall in fucking London. Like, he's been on fire since he changes. His hands are better. Yeah,
did you see his boxing? Really hold on. Did you see his boxing improvement since working with Tom and his dad? Oh,
okay. Well, I'm gonna. This was a sure one for me, runner. I've got Mediscus to win, whether it's by decision or by knockout. That's my double parlay, and I'm keeping him on my parlay.
Yeah,
him to win. My side bet.
What's his knockout prop, real quick? Because here's the other part of that, guys. Krylov's been dropped. He's been hurt. He's been getting finished by strikers, right? So you do have that perfect mix right now.
$2.50
for that weight class. Those are good odds, right? Those are really good odds. I want to say even Yuri's props on UFC 300, his knockout prop, I want to say was like 300 or 400. Like, it was good. He was a big underdog knockout prop.
So this is where my gambling started, right? Like I said, we go through the prelims. I fuck around with a few dollars, but this is where the gambling starts. So this is where I try and make money. All right, I try and make money extra in the prelims.
I'm gonna grab another drink real quick. You keep talking. I got you.
Yeah.
Keep talking, yeah.
So you guys, I try and make some money extra in the prelims, but right now I'm trying to make money. This year I want to make money. So I've got Mediscus to win this. He's on a run. He's doing this shit. The camp change has made a massive difference. And you can think whatever you want about Tom Aspinall. Before the IPO, everyone used to fucking jerk off about Tom Aspinall. To destroy Cyril Gane. The odds were $5 to Cyril Gane to $1.25 Tom Aspinall. Got the IPO. Everyone's fucking. You know what the MMA community need to know is Tom Aspinall still the heavyweight champ. He's training in that camp that made Tom Aspinall. Like, he's there. And look at his record. Look at Mediscus. He's fucking on fire right now. Okay? I have a side bet. So I'm saying I have Krylov not to win all in this fight, except one way. So I have a $20 side bet at $6.75, Krylov to win by submission. He's got 51% of his submissions wins by submission. 51%. Okay? I can't see him try. He won't be able to hold back Tom. Oh, not Tom, but Mediscus, who's been training with Tom. So you're going to see a lot of cool boxing, a lot of good striking from Mediscus, a lot of good setups for a stand-up. I've got him at fucking $20 at $6.75. So I threw a fly 20 on him. He's not part of any parlays of mine. I haven't invested too much in parlays till they get a bit into the main card. But yeah, just for a bit of extra cash, for a little bit of fun, like there's always a fun bet. Krylov by submission, $6.75. That's his only way to victory, I believe. So with that being said, we've also got, you got Mediscus by submission at $8.75, Discus at $2.44. Apparently, to everyone, this fight's not going to the judges. Either or, I'm picking Mediscus to win. That's my parlay pick. And Krylov, dude, I'm just throwing $20 on you. Pretty much where we are at. But with that being said, what do we got here? Oh, dude, next fight's crazy. It all happens from here. Okay? Anyway, thank you guys for all joining. Thanks to the Toad. I'm Lethal Toad. We are Lethal Toad. He's MMA Toad. I'm Lethal Hands 2.0. Together, we mighty morphin into Lethal Toad. And we are like the Power Rangers. We have to connect.
Dude, I wirelessly timed you, dude. I had that entry in that fucking room. I heard you, dog.
No, we are like.
That's what's up.
That's
what's up.
When you get the MMA
Shit!
Toad.
Let's go!
You're like the Wonder Twins activate. Form of MMA Toad. Form of Lethal Hands 2.0. Together, we are Lethal Toad.
I was rocking out feed. I was rocking out feeding my frog, just vibing. We had a cricket TV up right now with like all the swamp and cricket sounds for and shit. So yeah, we just chilling. Appreciate you, dog.
You got my feedback on that one, brother?
Oh yeah. No, it's beautiful breakdown, dude.
So that was where I was going with that. I just built my
What's up?
I'll be back.
Okay. Yeah. So thanks for holding down the fort. Sorry, guys. I was just down there just grabbing a drink and checking out my frog. I'm like, it's been extra cold and stuff. I've been running the space heater because the furnace was down for a few days. So I'm just giving her a little extra energy. So a couple more crickets, just chilling, checking on her, make sure she's good. But we're all Gucci now. New furnace in place, and this place that I'm renting sucks ass. So anyways, just let's shout out again to our non-official but probably future soonish channel sponsor, Sploofy. Nice little cloud destroyer there. Keep it nice and fresh for you, so you can pack your shit and get a better fucking house. And we're gonna be getting a new home this year. I'm gonna build the mud hut in real life. It'll be my my MMA lab, my studio. Make like a little mini bar, a little setup. People can come over. Probably get like a pizza stone oven thing and pinball machine. We'd be live and out doing like live stream and having homies out from the area, people I work with, whoever wants to come chill out, watch if I have a cool place to hang out and kick the shit, and maybe host some trading card little things there, trading, buying, selling, kind of like local community kind of thing. So gonna get a little bit more involved here in this next year, but yep, I'm gonna build the mud hut and make it a real life reality, Lethal. So I was telling them that in this next year I'm gonna build mud hut, and that's gonna be my new house / studio for MMA stuff. And
Absolutely.
Probably do like more, try to do like live streaming kind of stuff, more like on other platforms simultaneously, just chill out. If people want to hop in, do live shit, probably do like some gaming mixture in there somewhere as well. So just do some other gambling with other sports too. Like I did in NBA, basketball. I get a free credit for tennis. All of a sudden that's like a plus 200 prop that hits for a sport I don't gamble, but I had like a free credit for it for whatever fucking reason. So I had fun with that. Yeah, we had a pretty good slot this year. We had Lethal
on my birthday post. Gamble on the UFC.
Yeah, Lethal. We had a pretty good like happy go happy. Here's some casino credits, and I'm like not in the mood to play blackjack and wager 5 to win 5, and just I got only a few bucks on it, and I smack a fucking slot. And I'm like, So on top of the UFC and on top of this, like now we're looking at house shopping here as well in the next year, making sure I'm settling in with the employer first kind of thing as well. Make sure everything's good there and I can feel safe. Like I'm going to invest in these people the way they are in me, and getting real estate, because otherwise I've kind of I don't know. I'm all set on my area otherwise, and I'd love the opportunity to maybe travel to different parts of the state, country, world at some point and make that home instead because don't got a lot hold me down where I'm at kind of thing. So, and I love MMA, so I'd love to travel maybe more too and have something that's more centralized and be able to commute to more events and be more involved in what you and I do already, which is crazy because we
Move
fucking
to
live it and breathe this.
move to Saudi, brother. You could just be in the middle of it all, bro.
To where?
Free taxes, yeah. You fucking single man now. You can go to Saudi. If I was a single man had cash, I'm moving to Saudi.
What the
I'm gonna
fuck?
get a
Where
fucking visa. I'm gonna hang out. Yeah,
am I fucking
that's MMA
stupid? Where the
world.
fuck is Saudi?
Saudi Arabia,
Oh,
Qatar.
oh, got yeah, okay, yeah,
Yeah,
Saudi.
yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, but
Oh, and we got to give up. I can't move there because I've got to give up pot, and that's just not happening. That's just
yeah, I was gonna
work.
say I don't know where you're lethal. I don't know who you're talking to right now, but that's not gonna work.
I'm going to give up there too.
All right, wrapping up this pick, and we'll get fucking moving on. Yeah, give me Bukauskas. No, you're good. Welcome back. Give me Bukauskas. I got him by fucking vicious knockout, but if like almost like the main event, right? If this fight goes to the ground, there's a grappling exchange. Who do I believe in more? Even in the clinch to a degree, I like Krylov a lot, but man, if you're talking about opening up a fight the way a lot of these fights in at 205 pounds, where the entry, the first person on their sequence of random barrage shots just dink, all of a sudden the fight's over, that's what happens at this weight class, and that's why the boxing improvements and the physicality of Modestus, I think, is going to have him rocking the boat here at this weight class into the top 10 before we start finding some matchups where maybe he's not as technical as these other guys. But for now, he's got a good mix, both, just raw physical power, but he's learning and amping up in technical ways that is giving him a higher ceiling than what we have him ranked at right now. So, in all respects for Krylov, but he can't really take it at this weight class when people dish it. So, I think Bukauskas possesses that dish, that thing that really puts Krylov out. Under 2 rounds, I think is safe if you want to get a distance prop that maybe hit a little harder. You're indecisive. All Krylov's live on the ground, submission, knockout of his own. Anything can happen kind of weight class. A fight's a fight. Maybe look at a round prop here because it's not bad on a lot of these fights. I've been getting a lot of these heavyweights, a lot of these guys. Their finishing props have been fantastic if you look at fight to end by second round or less. So the heavyweights, these guys, good little weaves for your main bets, your parlays, your methods. Not a bad little leg here to say distance no if you really wanted to play safe, but the value isn't as high there. It's like way worth it to shave off round 3, or else you're really not making much for the risk. So what do you got for me, Lethal? Again, I'm going to recap and say I got Bukauskas, but
Yeah, look,
Krylov submission prop could be a good sprinkle offset too. Yeah.
I've put 20 on Krylov for submission. I got Modestus to finish this fight or win. Here's on my parlays. I've only sprinkled that on Krylov. That's it. He's at $6.75 down here for a sub. So I just put $20 on him just for giggles as a fun bet. But my money bets are on Modestus. My pick for the followers, our followers, I'm picking Modestus.
Good shit. All right, moving up the card.
But I am sprinkling. I will tell everyone I am going to sprinkle that sub on Krylov.
Yeah, what's his sub prop for you, real quick? Sorry.
$6.75 to 1.
Mine's plus 550, which is still really good for the weight class. So I'm gonna put some cheddar on Bukauskas, knockout finish prop, but also for the offset here. I think Krylov's more live for a submission than he is a knockout. In fact, just to check the double method to be extra safe, the knockout prop by Krylov's far worse, surprisingly, as if they're thinking he wants to go out and stand and bang with this guy. That's funny enough. His straight up money line is plus 116. His knockout prop's only plus 280. So you're telling me you'd rather take a plus 100 risk to lose it all? Because you got the submission instead. So
on my end, his knockout prop is $3.80. His double chance is only $2.55. Like on my end in Australia, they reckon Krylov has basically a way
Yeah.
$2.55, and they've got Badiscus at the same double chance, at $2. Like down under, they're calling this fight a finish, obviously. They're also saying someone's going to finish this fight. So I'm taking the $6.75 sub instead of the $2.55 double chance on Krylov, if that makes sense.
Yep.
Yeah, because the between the double chance, his KO, Krylov's KO is only $3.80. They're actually giving him $3.
Yeah, I'm just gonna wrap it up in saying that I think the value is there for Krylov's submission, because I also think that's his path to victory, to not box with a guy who's got crazy striking, but also is improving, and you're not so fucking tough. You're getting chinned. So I think the path to victory, give me Krylov through some grappling submission happens. That's the upset. Plus 650 for lethal, plus 550 for me on FanDuel, and Modestus is the favorite in this fight at -148, but I would take him by a finish here. I don't see him winning over a grappler submissionist in over 15 minutes without finishing him. I really think that Krylov's been showed he can get busted.
Done. So we're on the same. You know what? So far we have we're on exactly the same fights, brother. We usually have a blue at the. I know we're going to have a few fucking arguments coming to the top.
Yeah.
Not arguments, discussions, but so far we're all the same.
Yeah.
Everything's the same.
Good affirmation. So moving up to the next fight, Lethal, we got Atiba Gutierrez taking on Andre.
I'll let you take this one, brother, because this is your boy, man. This is your boy.
Dude, I kind of made the early little association, very early association, the moment I saw this fucking dude fight for the first time. I'm like, oh, dude, like Francis got little cousins that are joining and fighting, following, the big cousin footsteps. And I was all about this little dude. Now, he's not a little dude. You know what I mean? Like, this is a little fucking gangster. It was what I meant to say. That's what his name should be, Atiba Gangster. But this dude fucking rockin' sock'em robot slaps the fucking piss out of motherfuckers. And it's really no surprise. It's really not fair. If we were talking like we were earlier about John Jones coming back in and having a PED league, nah, he'd get fucking bopped the fuck apart, right? I'd be scared of someone like Francis and Gaethje on some PEDs, Tom Aspinall. Yeah, I want to see what Gutierrez looks like on PEDs, because this dude's really fucking scary already. You know what I mean? So
I think that was called Strikeforce, brother, when they did all of that.
He's got a big old fucking egg that's really hard to crack. Like there's like the normal like chicken egg, like your head and my head. Maybe I'm like a duck egg or something, if that's maybe a little more rounder. That motherfucker's got an ostrich egg head. You just can't see it because he's got them big old fucking tips locked up and shit. But the dude is a fucking specimen, and he knows how to hit the buttons on the controller that go beep, 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 boink, boink, and fucking slap the fucking piss out of dudes. So, you better not grapple with him, you better not strike with him, because you know what's going to happen when he finally hits you, right? He's going to probably hurt you a lot more than you're going to hurt him. So I think the game path there for Andre is like, yeah, man, he really needs to mix it. He needs to find his counter. He needs to find this guy coming in and look for that trip, that sweep, something technical, something that's defensively sound if it fails, where he's just not trying to sit there and blow for a blow and make this a pissing match, because we all know it's going to happen to his fucking ass. So, yeah, give me Atiba. Give it by a world beater fucking knockout. He's on to bigger things than this guy. Yeah, Tiba's on his way to the top 10 of the division here, and a few wins or more. So this will just be one of the nice highlights like Diego had, moving up, just bop him, sock him, fucking robot, first round world fucking beater destroyer level. Now, if you're a gambling man, there's no value in -1,000 anything. I'm sorry. It shouldn't be on a single fucking card of yours. But there is value in looking at fight to end by knockout, fight to end by submission, fight to win by decision. There's values in those props too, and it respects both sides still if the upset did occur. Funny enough, like we all expect Atiba to be this, world destroyer. What if he's human too and has like something happen? So fight to end by knockout, as well as saying fight under 2.5, 3 rounds, whatever that is. Those are always great bets because you could have the pick wrong, but still cash out. So I love the distance nose here. And so give me fight doesn't go into the 3rd round. This is another one of those, just like the 205ers. I'm going to shave off that 3rd round and knowing that we get something spectacular, whether it's an upset or the expected, in 10 minutes of a fucking war. Because you can't afford not to fight for your life against someone like Atiba, because he's going to set something up with his just sheer power and technical skill. Like he really does send it. If you duck your head, you try to put your head low, and you play really defensive against these hands coming straight at you and putting your body out more, he makes the adjustments and these scoops and these fucking knees, and he really breaks down motherfuckers hard. So Atiba's, the obvious pick, but there's no money in betting in him, so don't even. Just look at the distance props. And let's say fuck round 3. That's the bet. Atiba's the pick. What do you got, Lethal?
Nice breakdown. Very fucking tight. And you know what? It was a very quick one for me. I didn't know how to look at this except, wow, every time he fights, I just pick him. Like when Ngannou fight, I just picked him. Right? It's just plain and simple. It's just that easy. The odds are so stupid that I didn't even put him in a parlay. All right? $1.11, $1.50, $1.30, like. The only thing I did for him, I put him on my legend parlay. So for everyone followers out there, I'm picking Atiba to win. But I put $10 on. I am going to do, I do stupid shit, right? Stupid shit.
We're all human.
Fuck it.
Yeah.
The only odd that excites me, only odd that excites gambler inside of me. There's a gambler inside all of us. The only is $21 to 1 by submission.
Yeah. I got him at plus 2,700.
Yeah. So I put 10. I already have. I put $10 just because I know he's going to win. The fight is nearly going to be over in the 1st or 2nd round. Okay, and the props still aren't that good. Not even good enough to parlay into a good prop. I'm going to pick him to win by TKO, but I am going to put that stupid $10, man, on a stand-up rig. Okay, I'll go. I don't know. He might clinch him up, stand up, rear naked choke, drop it to the ground. Remember, I can't remember who it was, man. Everyone had it for knockout, and he submitted him last year, late and last year. We all lost money. It was like,
which one?
Fight.
What weight class?
I can't remember. There was a fight last year, late end, last 3 months or 2 months. It was all for the knockout. All for the knockout. It was a heavier class, and it was a submission. It killed everyone, even you, me. I can't remember what it was, but it killed us because we were expecting.
Ulberg, Carl's Ulberg.
Was it? Did he submit? Yeah, it was. Yeah, it was one that killed us, brother.
Is it 205 though? You said 205 or heavyweight?
I'm thinking more heavyweight. And it was 205. There was a submission there. I can't remember.
Come back to it. Yeah, I'm curious to know.
I do remember enough to know that, wow, it was like and it wasn't Joaquin Buckley, but it was like someone were like Joaquin Buckley. They just went in and was like, oh fuck, who was it, man? And we all sat back. I was like, oh. It was like an early prelim. It wasn't a main card, but we all banked on this cunt.
Yeah.
To do this and not that, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
What I'm saying on this fight is, hey, they are MMA fucking fighters. We only look, and this is what I saw in that fight. I can't remember. Hey, they do have blue belts and green belts, and they don't boast about it. They just knock cunts out. But when it comes to the fucking crunch, they're able to do this.
Yeah.
I'm putting the $10 on for that fucking reason. Just for gig, and honestly,
yeah,
just for fucking giggles, just for giggles, just to watch the fight, because
it's
I know how this fight.
It's a big ask. Like, that's where you just look at the money line for it without even getting, you know, method specific, because that's more like in the fighters you actually believe in winning.
There's no other money line for this
his money
fight
line is
except
plus
the submission.
540. So if you're to take a long shot, that's not a bad one either. You know, could be like a random ground and pound, or just if a really big upset fucking occurred on the ground or something, a scramble, then maybe
And
it covers that too.
everyone watching Toad would sit back and go, "You've had too many beers and billies," and maybe I have. But that's what makes me think outside the box. I'm a bit like fucking goddamn Jim Morrison, man.
It's you want to know my prop on that, Lethal? You want to know my prop?
Thinking outside the box, and I'm thinking money.
Yes.
But there's no money to be made on a Tebow, bro, on any formal way, unless you pick the round. And what round? It's either one round, or he went to a third round, I think, in his last fight before he finished it. What was his last fight? He has done a third round. He hasn't finished them all in the first.
Yeah.
So I don't know. The only thing I'm going to pick is I'm just going to watch that fight and go, Dad, come on, go, do the submission cut, do the submission. I know you're going to win. I just wanted to win by 21-1. It's something stupid. Show off.
Yeah. Well, I just hope we get violence. Like he said, sit back, enjoy the fight. It's not about like really making the money on that fight as much as it was maybe just taking a long shot in the sprinkles there. Like if like you want something, one of the biggest upsets on the entire fucking card by far would be this one if Tebow lost, in my opinion, because I expect his ceiling to be so much higher. Like I just was saying, top 10 middleweight. That's a really that's a really gangster title to hold right now. So that's really good if he can get there.
So Toad, every week we do this. My limit, and I'll let everyone know, because people thinking, oh, he's got so much money. I have fuck all money. My limit is $200 a week, okay? So every time I post, every week, I'm going to let everyone know now, including you, I put in $200 Australian, which I think works out to be about 160 US. That's it. Not 1,000. I pick my whole fucking parlay, which I do with you now, but I have some stupid side bets going on. And as you know, those stupid side bets have worked out for me.
Yeah.
So
not
just
stupid
letting
when they
all
hit,
our
right?
people watching now that, yes, it's not fucking beers and billies. This is years of experience on my end. And I'm thinking just as odds, because there's no odds on this fight. There's nothing that can win me money on a Tebow on this fight, except getting the legend parlay and getting all 15 fights in a row, or 13 fights. With that being said,
just to like make a quick joke and point real quick, I've had a running parlay from last week from Kevin's knockout on one parlay there. I also have a running parlay where Brandon Royval and Cap didn't go the distance, and Kevin's knockout. That one's a 2,700 parlay. I have O'Malley. I have Silva on that parlay as well. So I got some cheddar that's been baking in the oven since 2025, and I'm really excited to pull my fucking cheese out of the oven, or however the fuck cheese is made in a bucket with milk or whatever, you know what I mean? Because like, yeah, brother, I'm here to also have some fun. I'm here to like make friends, make memories, and build and collab in this beautiful hobby as well that we immerse ourselves in. But how do I do that without the money, Lethal? So you gotta find your opportunities, man. And you gotta respect these killers. Don't get over invested on one side of the fence when it's still that weight class and it's still that capability killer shot that can make it go the other way. And so many people, those are those crickets we don't hear the very next day. There's not a lot of chirping on a Sunday morning. All the bugs are done chirping. I love to submit my video and my slips because everyone gets so invested in the method and the fighter, they don't say distance no, and that's very disrespectful to the opponent. So, boom.
And this is the thing, my friend. Pick our 13 fighters today. This is who we're picking. People are going to go, there, who you pick. I have $200. Out of that $200, I put 20 parlays on. Right? 20 parlays. Stupid parlays. Right, forth. My inner side says, what my outside brain says. So out of 200, my job at the end of the fucking day is to walk out with $1 more than 200. That is it.
Yeah.
Hopefully to win money, more money, right? Honestly, my job is to make money here. Now,
Yes.
If I get my money back, if I get my 200 back, I've had a good day. I've had a few beers, Billies. I got my money back. It's back in my bank account. All good, right?
Yep.
It's all about the fucking, like you're saying, this is about the fun. So I will pick my fighters now, but I will guarantee you these picks might not fucking, but I will put a stupid parlay on. We'll get to those. My stupid parlays are coming soon, by the way. Very soon. You know, so I'm going to put a stupid parlay on. It's going to make me my money. That's the one that we post together. We go, oh, that's the one. So it's not about, out of the 20 parlays I put on, and this is the truth to everyone out there, right? No one's fucking perfect. We might get 10 out of 13, 11 out of this, but that's one parlay. We all know we put multiple parlays on, though, so don't lie to each other. We all put parlays on. We pick a set of fighters, but then we sit back and go, ooh, just in case. Call it the just in case parlay. Just in case.
Yeah.
But we all do that. I end up with about 15 to 20 by the end of my 200 bucks. Literally. Stupid ones from the prelims, and I might mix in with an end. You know, I just do that. But my job for our followers is, hopefully we pick all the right fighters. It's also to read in between the lines, because not only are we picking the fighters, we're also telling you or advising you there's another direction here. Like, hey, there's a Krylov by submission. If you look in between the lines, you look at his record, he's got more submissions and knockouts. And you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That last one I did, $21 one, is the most. I wouldn't advise anyone to do that parlay. Oh, that bet for the submission. You know what I mean? They're like at 20. I wouldn't advise, but I'm doing it. But if it pulls off, I get to do this. Fucking called it, God. I get to do that. That's right.
Yeah, those moments are big, man. When you've been like hearing there's a flock of birds and seagulls chirp all week.
We'll quickly go back to double nickel for the one last time. Yeah. We put ourselves on the line. Me and you put ourselves literally live on the line right now, right? And we have no comeback from this. This is recorded. This is sent. People can watch for years to come. These are our picks. But you have to read in between the lines as well as what we're saying. We're also saying other stuff. So, you know what I mean? We're saying this is going to happen. But we're also saying, with the odds and all of that, just maybe, hey, just interesting, you know? Like, so just read between the lines, look at what we're saying. But there's also, I think, me and you sort of a lot in between the lines shit too. Like I said, putting $10 on a 21 submission. Full fucking mini Ngannou, which we know in a million years shouldn't happen. But it's the only bet that's fun. Because everything else in that fight's not fun. He's going to knock him out first round. He's going to knock him out second. It's not fun. So I make it fun for me. Put a stupid bet so I watch that fight and go, okay, goddamn, imagine. That's why I do it for. I'm not telling anyone to follow that particular bet. I'm just saying, hey, dude, he's going to win by knockout. But just for fun, that's what we do, brother.
Yeah, all fucking day, dude. That's it's just another thing that you can add to the paradigm again. It's fun as a collector because you're watching your investments flourish as these spectacular memories happen. Now next year's case hit or, you know, big insert might have that picture of him in that moment or that title, her, whatever, you know. Like you're capturing literally memories in these moments
Okay.
that get to live on through the fighter of the community and through these other hobbies like the cards behind lethal and posters and my office and cards as well. Like it's a beautiful thing, full circle. We're making money, we're having fun, we're building collections, we're making memories, we're meeting each other in this beautiful I guess you could call it like an escape from wherever we are in the world. Like we'll never come to peace, but we can come together on MMA, you know what I mean? Like we as a
Brother,
society. So it's a beautiful centerpiece of life. I think it's what I enjoy.
my wife and my stepson and I got two other staff there that they know that today, every day for the next fucking 49 weeks or 48 is done. And you know what? I start, like I told you before, done.
Yeah,
I love your guts. Let's move on.
let's do it. Moving up the card, it gets nothing less than spectacular. Another main card worthy fucking fight here. We got Umar Nurmagomedov, the legendary name, one of the most legendary names in all of combat history. Next to Davison Figueiredo. Figueiredo is very interesting, right? Because he's one of them guys that right when you think he would fade, you know, he comes back, hits the win against Montel Jackson. But man, the two losses in hindsight, Sandhagen when he was a lot sharper, I would say. Probably his last win since I've been really kind of impressed with him in a fight, honestly, with you. And then Piotr Jan, which we saw how super class he was, right? Coming back from that injury, showing the world, reminding us that yes, he needs that title fight back. So, um, minus the Jackson win, it's been really rough because he's had these high level tests. I don't think really any of those guys are quite honestly, you know, at this weight class, I should say, on that level with Umar, man, because dude, he is so fucking master class. But you got to see one of the goats of the weight class, the goat of this weight class, size up against him in an otherwise pretty like maturing into his prime fight career, where his long-term experience and wisdom and strength and development will make him a problem in his last like however reign of fights he has. Like Umar very likely at some point is a champ. I can respect that, knowing his background and how those guys sneak their Flintstone vitamins into the fights and get really strong and healthy and nourished. But they do what they do, and they're fucking legends at it. So,
They're very good at it, brother. They're
but
very good at it,
but
right?
fighting props, you know, giving him his only loss. So again, hard to disrespect that because Marab is a literal fucking human potato. He's a sweet man. I met him, shook his hand, thanked him, and congratulated him at UFC 300. So anyways, Umar, I think right now people can fade him a little bit, based on what they think that last fight looked like. But unfortunately, Figueiredo isn't that streaking guy at bantamweight the way he once used to be at flyweight to give as much of a worry at this bout. Not at bantamweight. No, I mean Figueiredo is definitely veteran, and I think Umar still has some time and growth to develop and be better yet. But I think at this point, Umar is going to be way faster, way fresher, and Figueiredo is going to lack that output, and he's going to get kind of broken down. He's not going to be able to grapple bully, and Figueiredo has had the pleasure of taking a lot of these good boxers and mixing it with his grappling by being a slugger himself and just so physical that he's been able to like bully guys at 125. He very much loses that at this weight class. And I'm not saying Umar's the biggest of bantamweights, but man, is he fucking good. So Umar, moving on. If you're betting Figgy there, I really question, because at the very least, I'd probably say distance no, than just straight up bet Figgy. But the props got to be like probably plus or 400 or 500 for me to even consider. What do you got for me, Lethal?
Brother, I'm going to keep this one short because I've been holding everyone up with my bullshit.
Oh, you're good, bro.
Look, well, it's all Umar. I've been watching this camp with Habib. He gassed out in his last fight. He won against Batista, but he gassed. We all saw it.
Yeah.
Habib was very, very fucking angry. And we will talk about father for 2 seconds. This is generational, brother. Like, you can't gas out. So he took that, he brought it back, and he made sure fucking cunt is not gassing out ever again. So I've been watching his camps, I've been following it very closely because I'm a big fan of Davison too. I thought he was indestructible at one stage.
Yeah.
Like, come on, dude, the aggression. But why do I think Davison has lost? I think what he has lost, can I say this? He lost the eye of the tiger. He got the belt. He got the money. He was a poor man that come from the jungle. Literally. I'm not saying that as being racist. He even said that. He lived in a jungle, in a small village in the jungle. So not being racist here. He did his shit. And he's fucking amazing. Like, amazing, his aggression. I think what he lost was the aggression, the eye of the tiger. I've seen that in the last few fights.
Well, you lose that confidence when Moreno ends your quadrilogy, the legacy, the thing that was the final fight to determine whether you were or he was. He lost that. He lost.
I think
he lost a historic fight. Yeah, it was definitely his breaking point. You saw that.
Then he moved on. Then he beat Cody. Then he moved up, and then
he was my first fight in person, dude. I saw him fight Cody. It was beautiful,
brother. I'm not going to give any fighter shit here. It's not a giving shit to either fighter. This is a really hard one to pick.
Yeah.
But can't go past father and the dedication that the son, not only did he just take the empire, controlling the empire, he took it to the next level that what father could have. You know what I mean? So Umar was punished, literally. He won that fight, but we all saw it. We all saw it. Can you imagine Khabib inside his face? Khabib. Can you imagine him watching in the corner? Even though you won, can you imagine the fucking serving he would have given him in the fucking change room personally? Like, literally, how can you gas out?
Yeah.
The gas tank, I believe, is the most important thing in MMA.
It's one of them.
It's pretty much, for me, one of them. If you can't fucking breathe, you can't fucking... It's that same, plain and simple.
What if you had a gas tank, but you didn't have glass, like you had a glass jaw and you fought at 205 plus pounds?
These guys are ultimate. These guys are world champions. You're expected to have a gas tank. For fuck's sake. We're not talking about me and you. We're talking about world champions.
It's this weight class. You got to be a scrappy little fucking yappy dog that can run circles around you, yapping and biting your fucking ankles. Or you're not a good...
Khabib looked at his boy that day and said, do you know what? He was more insulted about him. He goes, where did I go wrong in training? It's not Umar's fault he gassed out.
Yeah.
It's my fault he gassed out. That's how Khabib is. Umar all day by decision, because I don't know, because Figueiredo's got a gas tank like hell as well. 3-round fight, Umar by decision.
Good shit. I'm listening to you. I'm just finding these like little bets as we talk, as I'm thinking, and we're like breaking down things. And I just stumbled upon some knockdown bet props, which look pretty good. So knockout props, guys. Go through the card and find your favorite knockouts. Those are fun. All right.
Yeah, so Umar by decision for me, brother. But
yeah, I can respect Figgy's physicality and his technical ability, his toughness, and the fact that Umar is really a guy that normally melts, breaks down, and then gets his finishes. I can respect Davison being good enough to hang for 15. Maybe over the course of 5 minutes, I kind of like Umar Maybe it was a late upset, or Figgy has a late upset, like a rounds 3, 4, and 5 finish method. Those always hit pretty good. But yeah, Umar, he's just too sharp, man. He's gonna bounce himself right back up to contender status, and like I said, I think he's gonna be a future champ. And Figgy, he's had his time, and he's doing an amazing job of still being a threat, a competitive where he is. Look what just happened to Moreno. Look at the other side of the fence and what could have been maybe you. It's been a little rough, right? And I think this is the point where Figgy starts to show that he's soon to be 40. He's been through some wars. He's been hurt by weaker, smaller guys that weren't maybe even as technical as someone like Umar. So, man, like Umar is live to
Me.
maybe hurt Moreno. I mean, I love Moreno to death, but Moreno wins that fight because he's such a fucking warrior, such a believer. His spirit is so strong. That's what carried Moreno. But when you look at physicality and technicality, I think Umar has Moreno too. You know what I mean? That's where it's just like Figgy's got a really tough test here, and he hasn't been a good test taker lately. So, but it wasn't so bad. I mean, it's been hit and miss. He's missing the big questions, and this is probably one of the biggest questions in the division. So that's where I got to favor Umar as well. And I'll respect just the money line there and the fact that I'm not heavy on one method or the other. I could see him grinding out a decision win with Figgy hanging tight. I could see him pulling the submission and really breaking down Figgy. The knockout possibility, sure, but man, Davidson's pretty tough, and Umar's not a big popper. He's a big melter, you know what I mean? So, all right, moving up the card. Really fucking explosive fight here. We got fucking Arnold Almighty Allen taking on Gene C. Lord Silva. Dude, Almighty's a pretty interesting guy. I mean, he's definitely had his highs and his lows already in the division, and he can really use this as a fight to gauge which direction he's probably heading for good. Because I don't see him being able to hang around much longer and have like another big reign where he's on a 3-fight streak without getting derailed again and never probably making it back to the title, to be honest with you. But I do like this guy. He's still very much a top-ranked fighter. Top 10 in the division, I think suits him. Ranked 9. He's game. He's scrappy. He does not give up on himself. And you almost bring this guy alive when you're opening up on him. And he will risk the biscuit and fucking send it. So he's an interesting guy. Goofy little like soft personality. The pet cat showing up with him at the fights. He's dialed in. He's comfortable. He's always in a happy mood. And he's got a small circle. And he's fucking very happy with the love and support he gets there. And that's crazy because he really is like a kind of an inspiring fighter, I would say. Arnold Allen, I have no bad blood with him. I got cards of his. I like Allen. But we're going to have to ignore the fact that, he, although is live in moments, you can't get woken up by someone like Silva. You're going to get put to sleep by Silva. So if you're an adjustment based fighter where it takes some scrapping and then, I have a moment in the fight, good fucking luck getting through the flurry that Silva's going to bring on you for those first 10 minutes. Is there even a third round? Probably not. Probably a war. So Silva, he's dialed the fuck in. He has some cold-blooded IG rail with him sitting there, his wife on her knees next to him, all the blood wraps everywhere bleeding, all the blood from his head everywhere. And then over the course of the camera spinning and time lapse, he's all cleaned up and rewrapped and ready to go for this fight. And it shows that loss from Diego to him. And it's pretty fucking cold, dude. He is very determined. He's very much woke. And sometimes it takes losing an undefeated record, or in this case, what you thought was invincible momentum at the top level. Whoever they put in front of you, you're going to be this chosen one, this chosen warrior who will sleep everybody and have this like really vengeant based arc of how he became a fighter and things. Like he is very mentally and spiritually rooted, but that's where that greediness got out a little bit in that Diego fight and that humbleness. I called out 1,000% of the way. I told you where the props were wrong, what were right, why it didn't even make sense for Silva versus the distance props because Silva was such a decent favorite. You could have made just about the same money by saying distance no to round 4 and 5, shit like that. So anyways, I like Silva. I think this is his big comeback fight. But Allen, I do not disrespect. Allen, I do not disregard. And if there's one fighter on the card who can really surprise you and wake up, much like how Lethal thinks maybe that's Johnson as well, potentially with his speed, in the first few minutes, unless Silva hurts Allen, that's when he's best. He's very good early in the fight. In Silva, he wasn't bad in Diego's fight either early. So I expect some good back and forth, some exchanges, some binks and bops, and we're getting some blood, we're getting some redness, and someone's really getting hurt by that second round, maybe midway through at the latest. And by round 3, I think someone's going to sleep in this fight. So, what do you got for me, Lethal? I can respect a decision too. I'm just saying the way I see this fight, it's a finish by Silva, and it's a bigger statement.
This is, I think, where we break. We break. This is where me and you, brothers in arms, Lethal Toad MMA, we have gone side by side all the way up to right here.
Can I tell you this?
Right now.
Can I tell you one last thing?
Yeah.
I had to think about it to myself. Who would I be more nervous of if Diego Lopez was fighting right now? Is it Silva or is it Allen? And I thought very long on this when I was coming up with my prediction for this fight. And I just looked at all Silva's fights and the way he's been such a fucking horse. The Bryce fight especially. Against Bryce, who I respect a lot as a fighter. I'm like, damn. This guy really does have a ceiling that we've yet to fully see. It's just you can't discredit him because he lost to Diego, who I was swearing up and down was like, no, I'm not you. I'm saying to the public here. You know what I mean? I was talking Diego up as being potentially the one who does beat Volk and resume the statistic that these old dogs don't come back and get their belt.
I thought we were talking about Silva.
Yeah.
Silva. Let's go back to the main product. Fuck Lopez. That's done. I know you love him.
No. I'm telling you, I had it. No, Lethal, you missed what I said then. I'm saying I used the analogy like, who would I be more nervous of fighting Lopez right now? Allen or Silva? And I'm like, I know he just fought him, but say if it was a rematch, dude, I'd want fucking Lopez to fight Allen all day and dodge Silva. Silva's a monster. So that's the comparison I was making in case you missed the first part of that. So I'm going to do...
What do you do to me? What do you do to me? You do this. Time's up. My time. Let's move on. All right. Alan Arnold, you've had your say. I say. You've had your last say. Here we go. All right.
Lethal, I'm not going to have this conversation with you, especially stream, but I'm just trying to say I made an analogy. And then you're trying to do one of these on me. I'm making an analogy. Don't get sore.
You did one of them on me before. You did one of them on me before. So we're going to move on. Let's just move on.
Oh, if I did that to you, I'm sorry. I want you to speak your mind too. I was just making an analogy on why
I am speaking my mind. We will do this live because we do have debates. And I'm saying you do that to me, I'm going to.
Lethal, I wasn't trying to dismiss you. I was just trying to make like the comparison. I wasn't making a gesture at you or anything. So just
let's move on.
Yeah,
let's move on.
I'm all good, bro. But just to add some sauce to this, like if anyone could have been doing this earlier, I'll let you have plenty of time early. So like in the future, if you feel like I'm doing that, you and me chat. If you want to come at me like this on my fucking house, I'm sorry to say it, the stream's down for you, bud. Like I love doing business with you, but please don't act like I'm sitting here trying to waste your time when I give you my time too to also have your time to talk and rant and chat. Like that's just how this works. All right, there's Lethal. Ridiculous. I don't know, guys. I'm sorry. I know we've been kind of taking some time to go through the stream. I tried to give Lethal some time earlier in the stream. I gave him plenty of time to talk and have his time. I made an analogy about how I felt about Diego fighting Silva. I was more worrisome for that fight for Diego, that if it was Allen fighting Silva, I'd be like feeling more comfortable. That's the analogy I made. Lethal decided he couldn't wait another fucking minute and bounce. Sorry to say it, bro. Maybe you'll come back to this and watch it and have a different perspective, but I don't think I was in the wrong. So we make analogies, we cross wires, we talk about fight. history. We make bets. We talk. We shoot the shit. So if that's not what you guys are here for or do, very sorry, but it seemed like we had some people hanging out, throwing some questions in chat, having a little bit of a time. So sorry if that's not what you're here for. Didn't mean for that to happen. I'm not sure. Maybe Lethal will talk to me privately, but I don't know. That seemed pretty like out of place, honestly. Like he uses the word a bit business partner, and I really do much try to schedule and make a time late at my evening across the world to Australia to give Lethal a platform and shoot the shit and be a closer friend at the end of the day who shares this hobby with me. So it's really sad to see kind of whatever I did there. I know we chit chat and jib jab. I wasn't trying to silence him. I went to, by making an analogy between Lopez and kind of my worrisome and how Silva's such a threat in the fights, the finishes, etc. So anyways, I'll just for the sake of the stream, I'm just gonna wrap up the stream here and just go through my predictions. Maybe Lethal will post his own. Honestly, I'm just gonna keep doing what I do. If he wants to come back to me and try to make it right, that's cool. But I don't know. Yeah, I know people now asking chat what the fuck just happened. I made an analogy about how I was more worried for like if Diego was to fight Arnold Allen right now versus Silva, I'd be okay with that. I'd be a lot happier than like a rematch because I respect Silva being a loaded cannon, like one of the dangerous fighting nerds, and we all know what they do. And Allen's kind of fading. Like he's good, but he's definitely hit that ceiling a little bit, we know. And I like Silva's ceiling a lot more. Lethal says I'm on his time, starts yelling, says we're all fucking good, mouths to me a little bit. I'm just like, all right, dude, well, sorry to say it, dude. I also do this for you very much so, or I'd put stuff out on my own just sooner in the day, maybe a lot faster. We have a good time here, so I'm really not sure what that was about or whatever, but maybe like I said, maybe it'll come full circle and we'll have like an actual gentleman's conversation on it. But it seemed really fucking immature, honestly. I don't know what to say. Anyways, moving up the card. So we got Natalia Silva taking on Rose Namajunas, which is ironic as fuck because you thought that was bad. This is when Lethal would normally get the grumpiest you've ever fucking seen. I'm talking about Rose Namajunas, so it's always funny. I don't know. He's messaging in IG right now, I think, but I'll just like I said, I'm gonna finish streaming and maybe I can talk to him after. But you think that was grumpy Lethal? Watch him break down a Rose Namajunas fight. He yells at her for being bald. It's nothing to do with her fighting, but yeah, he yells at her a lot for being bald, and I think it's because he used to maybe think she was cute, and then she turned into borderline boy, and it broke his heart. Maybe I don't know. I'm just making up goofy shit, but Lethal gets very emotional when you talk about Rose and just starts spazzing out like a PTSD dude who was in Thailand who fucked the wrong type but and didn't know until after. Like he's really like taken by this like she's a fucking bald. Like I can't do the accent, but you know what I mean. I love Lethal's takedowns of Rose, so he gets so mad at her for being bald. It has nothing to do with fighting, and I love it. But Silva, youthful, fast, swift, amazing footwork, good striking, able to shut down some very top fighters. We've seen that. We've yet to see her ceiling, and I like that fight for Rose being the former champ. Pretty good in both areas. This will be one of Silva's best tests by far. In the sense of like, where is she going to excel the most in this fight? It's probably the striking, like I said, circling off, keeping more busier, hitting the kicks. Because I think Rose in the clinch isn't even that bad still. So, anyways, I like Silva, probably by decision. Props and meth is all over the fucking place on this one, and I will not let it be the reason why any parlay falls. So, it's probably staying away from that as far as distance goes. But yeah, give me Silva. We'll keep moving on. All right, moving up the card. Looking forward to this heavyweight bout. The return of Derek Lewis taking on Waldo Cortez Acosta. Dude, kind of is like the Joshua Van of heavyweights, in my opinion. He very fucking much, very fucking much just stays really active. Obviously, he's got like 6 fights in the last year. He went from being the fraud check to, oh man, he's actually passing some tests, to where he is today, having the honor of fighting the knockout champ in your weight class is always an honor, and especially a heavyweight, right? These are the baddest dudes in the world. So Costa's never been knocked out. It's just as much as this fucking beautiful Cinderella story for Lewis being the knockout king. Like, I know it's not going the best for him and his activity isn't the best, but is he ever going to become heavyweight champ again? Absolutely fucking not. Can Lewis land a few more knockouts and give us that shoey, that goofy ass dances and walkouts and speeches from his fucking boxers and shit? Dude, all fucking day. Dude, Lewis is live for another fight or two before we see him go. But I will admit, this is another big physical competitive test where Lewis historically had joked around trying to apply the knowledge and the mixtures and the grappling and things, but it's just like, at the end of the day, man, like, he's not out on that same mission that got him to the dance anymore. You know what I mean? Like, money's changed his life, probably changed his determination. He's already fought the best, and well, he knows where that ceiling is and he respects it. So he's just here for good times when he wants, make that public appearance and keep being the cool dude. But Acosta, very technical with his boxing, top shelf. He really leads with a jab and kind of makes adjustments. He'll either lead and poke you apart with that shit, or else he'll to like kind of use that footwork a little bit, work for some big counters and set up, a big opportunity to clinch up and take you out of the striking game. Use that size, that physicality, that grappling, that clinch. Now, Lewis got a little bit there too, but if these guys get a hold of each other, I gotta expect Acosta looks a little better there. Honestly, I know Lewis has been trying to make some improvements there, but Acosta has been doing really quite well in the way he's mixing it. But it's that lead boxing. Now, we either get Acosta winning and breaking down Lewis this exact way, how I said, leading with that jab and setting something up. He definitely can hit a big counter shot. He's got a few of those as well that just knock the fucking piss out of people. But dude, Lewis, it's either knockout or bust. I don't think he's winning over 15 minutes to a decision with Acosta based on the activity. The strike count should probably be higher for Acosta, even if Lewis wins with a knockout. Acosta probably has more strikes. So that's probably a fun prop to play with. Distance snow here, not bad. It's like negative 200 something. Have fun with that. Fight in by knockout, not a bad prop. But if you remember, Acosta's never really been knocked. So don't get over too zealous with the distance, make them fun, but not a bad fight. And I got it in my parlay that we get that fight to, end with a finish here too. So moving up to the co-main event, I also want to check here just super quick. It's only 3 rounds and it's sad. I would almost make this a 5-round fight, honestly. I think co-main events should all be 5 rounds, but oh yeah, we didn't really talk props on the Rose fight. 100%. Yeah, Rose props are super high. Probably consider putting money on that. She's just as live as an underdog as any of our best man fights at those props. So like, yeah, throw Rose a bone on an underdog prop for sure. Not a bad dog at all. If Silva actually comes out and looks good in the first round, Rose props could be fucking insane second round. You might even get her at like plus 600 or 500, and I might do that too, just as an extra booster yet, at those props anyways. So anyways, moving up to the co-main. Appreciate you hanging out in chat. And again, sorry everyone for however that went down. And we'll try to get to the bottom of that. It's not what we're about or what we're here for. So whatever. Moving up the card, we got Sugar Sean O'Malley taking on Song fucking Yadong, the Kung Fu Kid. The Sugar Show, I think he's finally back to, I don't know, he's finally back to a fight where I can actually see it happening for him. Like, I knew he wasn't deserving or ready for that fight with Merab the second time, right? But he had just so much investment and spotlight by TKO, the UFC, the branding almost, this guy who, in my opinion, had a way bigger fan base when he was going up the ranks just himself, but it was never against like the craziest of guys. And we all saw the fight with Jan, so Sugar was just in a different kind of spotlight than what he was, right? This takes that highest level Jan and Marab spotlight out of the equation, and Sugar Show maybe gets to come back and have more of a fight like he had against Aljo. Very good, but not in the same limelight as those two, right? Didn't quite get there, despite having the wins over Jan, obviously, but in ways that I don't agree. I had Jan winning that fight. And I would have cashed out on picking an entire card 100%. Pick and parlay cashed. I think it was like 18. Oh, it was ridiculous. It was like 108. I want to say it was like 110 to 1 or something like that. Props. Just all money lines. And that's the only fight I needed was Jan. So, anyways, fun shit. Sugar, he's going to mix it. He's very fucking good in terms of like his striking. Sorry, he's gonna mix in his kicks, his punches, sit at range, try to find something. He's gonna be smooth, switch stances. He'll kind of like fall and flow with the kick and like post up to see how Song may react. You know, he'll be real cool with it. But the thing that actually does make Song Yadong very dangerous is the fact that he is kind of blitzkrieg. When he gets into these little striking exchanges, will kind of blitz forward, let his hands go, try and lean on some of that explosive power. If you don't break right away is where he struggles. And so Sugar, I'm thinking, is fast enough, technical enough, and just lengthy enough that I don't know that Song Yadong gets to get into that pocket where he needs to be to let off some of his best work without taking something along the way or getting hit by something that sets him back. And Song, as we know, I mean, his shots absorbed aren't the most beautiful thing. We've seen Song cracked quite a bit by a man of the same stature here, right? So I got to go Sean O'Malley. I gotta say that if he doesn't get the decision win, it's likely due to a second, third round knockout. But I'll let the first round be a stool round. Maybe Song's a little busted up, but I think they're just gonna keep it really slow. Sean being a little bit more composed and lax, not wanting to go on a 3-fight lose streak would be fucking horrific, right? So I think he's going to be more technical and smart, not try to risk as much. And his patience could be the end of that if Song actually does blitz and find that pocket where he connects and does that explosive kind of striking that he gets away with. But at much lower ranks, to do that against a striker like Sugar would be impressive. So Sugar's going to be my pick. Distance, there's a maybe. Indifferent about it because of the weight class. You know, I think Sugar's a good money line this week. These are good Sugar money line props. He used to be the guy at negative 700-800, right? That used to be the Sugar show. So now he's at the top, and it's showing because he himself is showing that he's not quite a world beater because he dodged a lot of these big names along the way and went from some random kind of fucking names to just getting by to, yeah, he had a really impressive win against Aljo. You know what I mean? It was a very fucking impressive win. That Conor McGregor moment, like Aldo dropped. I mean, it's funny because the names, right? Aldo, Aljo, they both had that spectacular fucking first round just money shot or whatever. So, anyways, without further ado, we'll move up to the main card. And once again, apologize to everybody for Lethal having to tap out tonight for whatever that was about. And hope he's good. Hope I didn't hold him up too much or whatever was going on there. Catching up with chat real quick. We're laughing about the whole Rose being bald thing. That was making the impression about how Lethal gets really upset at Rose for being bald. Get him back. Yeah. He'll come back, I'm sure. Rose doesn't lose to strikers who try and pressure her. It's a good point. I look at this more as like Rose herself doesn't fight the way that Rose used to fight when she was doing that too. Like she's lost a little bit of that. And I think Silva, with the wins that she's had, Grasso being a very good one right now, I think that's that freshness that it's not that Rose gets blown out of the water, but she just slightly ever so much loses the fight that otherwise wasn't even that bad to then let you believe that as long as you don't fade her too much for losing another fight, she probably goes out and wins the next one at a girl in the ranking, or worse. Rose isn't bad by any means. It's just, I think at this point we can all start to respect that Silva's fucking good. So we'll see. I'm very interested to see, but you're right. Um, the girls that overextend and try to pressure and clinch up and grapple with Rose, she does quite well there. It's the ones that will sit back and strike and swing on Rose, and that's where she does great. And I think part of that hesitation is they all remember what happened to Wei Li, and Rose very much can do that. Just I also think she gets overcommitted sometimes in her clinch and her grappling, and could be the one to step back and lead with a kick and just mix it up. But when it's third round and you got fucking spaghetti noodle arms just slapping your opponent, and it's like, come on, Rose, we all know you can do this. Like, just throw the fucking kick. You already know you can do it. So I like girls that go out there and try. Silva's got pretty good striking in her own regard. So, all right, moving up to the main fucking event, guys. Again, sorry for all that shit earlier. I won't leave you guys hanging too much longer. Justin Gaethje, the highlight, taking on Paddy the Baddy Pimblett. I like Paddy a lot. Love him, I really do. Really fucking hard, because this is truly another one of those like Volk and Diego fights for me where I'm happy for either guy. The difference is, much like with Volk, if Gaethje doesn't get this fight, he's done. And I wasn't going to say that Volk was just done after that, right? He probably had a couple fights and wanted to leave on a high note, rest, do all the things that he's done now to do what he's doing. But yeah, the downside for Gaethje here, man, is it's over for him if he loses it. And this will be a special card, being the first Paramount card. But I also don't want it to have that like special but painful ending where, all right, well, there goes like one of your favorite fighters of all time and one of your favorite fighters in Justin, the highlight Gaethje. So when you think about your favorite weight class, I think a lot of us can mutually agree that we love the lightweight division. 155 pounds is the perfect stunt the stunt devil demolition crash dummies. Like, these guys just stand toe to toe, crack, see blood, see pockets of saliva, you hear the crack, you see the facial shifts, and they eat it and they send it right the fuck back. And that's Justin, Chandler, all these guys that look like they have CTE, and then you hang out and talk with them a little bit. Like, at the end of the day, dude, these guys are all warriors, true modern day gladiators to sign the dotted line, get in there. I just happen to think this is one of the weight classes where you're really tested. You're not just like hit, struck out, the fight's over, like, asking the ref. Like, there's no question when you go down in this weight class and you hit the canvas and you come back up, like, it's fucking life changing, because it took a war to probably get there. It didn't happen in just one shot. It's the final bits of you that you're trying to set out there get shattered, broken. Gaethje went through that at the highest level, probably the most pinnacle level in all the world of MMA, just about. I mean, that was for the UFC, that is probably one of the knockouts of all time. And here he is. So it goes to show you the kind of character, the caliber of person it takes to even go back in there. Despite it was definitely more comfortable going against a known opponent. You've done the homework. You actually won the fight, despite it being close in ways. Another big physical guy, right? And no, Paddy's not as technical as Fiziev at all in terms of the striking. But man, I know people were making the comparison about, oh, did Bronx fucking choke Gaethje? No, he didn't just backpack him and choke him. DuBronx fucking lit Gaethje up and knocked him down, hurt him really fucking bad. He talked about that fight as like licking a fucking car battery, feeling jolted. His feet wasn't under him. He was hurt really bad. So now you would have to think, well, was Paddy striking anything like DuBronx? Absolutely fucking not. He's just got good power, but he's not building together fluent combinations and being super active. He's shot selecting. He hits his kicks. He's waiting. He's reacting. He's not overcommitting. Paddy isn't just some reckless car crash fighter, or else his aura would be fucking insane with the persona that he is, right? We've seen a more matured, smarter Paddy, doing things the right way Paddy in the last few fights. And I think that when these two people meet in the octagon, I think that that hesitant Paddy could be a real big problem. I think he needs to be the one to bring the pressure to Gaethje and bring it out of striking and just be more in the clinch and wearing and tiring. I could see Gaethje gassing pretty hard around 4 or 5. I really do. I know his coaches were giving him all the praise in the world and how fit he is, how disciplined he is, all these things. If you're grinding out some rounds with Paddy Pimblett at this level, where Paddy is also, the discipline that he's carrying now into his career, you're probably fucking suffering in that 5th round. If he's had his way, he's had some trips, all these things that happen at least once in a round or almost every, at the very least 2 rounds, Paddy can take a fight to the ground. But dude, that's a lot of time to dodge some fucking strays from Justin Gaethje. And he's not going to go tit for tat. The only thing he really does that with is his kicks, but he kind of complements it with this nasty, dirty boxing, these uppercuts. Paddy, as he scrambles, tries to move around, make these adjustments, and kind of dodge shots. But he gets his head out of position a bit and that chin comes up. We've seen it with much lower opposition where he's taken some big shots. And he's had this whole Scousers don't get knocked out. Well, that would only make my Justin Gaethje collection that much cooler if he was the first. Because this is one of these viral MMA, UFC knockouts that even the celebrities are looking at on their phones the next day. All the sports centers, like, it's a very big fight in terms of celebrity status, dude. Paddy is kind of one of those people where you just recognize the name, like Otani and Jordan. He's just one of those big names, but it's not because he was the GOAT. It's because who the fuck is this guy? And he was a very welcomed addition to the UFC and did it at a time where we all locked in. Panini had his rookies, and so collectors were going nuts there. It was hard not to be a Paddy Pimblett fan, right? I think a lot of people jumped off the wagon as much as they were on when the Gordon fight happened. But Paddy made the improvements to earn a lot of that respect back. Imagine if he would have had the Peorian O'Malley win that he should have probably lost, but they gave it to him. Would we be treating, him the same as many people treated Sugar after? I don't know, man. I think just in that fight, people knew what was right and knew how it should have been scored. So they jumped off the wagon. But I've never left. I've been a fan of his. I just didn't like his microphone time there and how he chose to say what he did without being a little bit more humble, obviously. But I think he knows that. He's more than matured now. He's a father of twins and very fucking locked in. And that is the new element that doesn't have a ceiling for Paddy Pimblett that's been tested yet, is what's that primal energy like? Because at that point, if Paddy comes out and has his fucking way with Gaethje, I don't care if it's for the title fight or not, but before Bronx is done, he needs to have that torch passing fight with fucking Paddy Pimblett, in my opinion. 2 sluggers, 2 fucking jiu-jitsu fucking gods. Just, I'm sorry, not gods, but you know what I mean? Pretty fucking close. Just have that war. But Bronx is on his way out, and Paddy, he's not necessarily on his way in. He's been here, but he's slowly on that climb up, which is cool to see. I think a lot of people wouldn't have expected Paddy Pimblett to be in the position he is now when we saw that Gordon fight also. So got to give him some respect there, but man, are they pushing and catapulting him here against many other like worthy and deserving fighters for this opportunity as well. Like, what if in a different world, Paddy just fought Arman and Hooker was fighting Gaethje right now? Because either one of those fuckers is about to quit just about, you know what I mean? And so it's a beautiful fucking CTE Special Olympic, just knock them out, drag them out between those two warriors that have given us so much fucking amazing, entertaining memories that will last a lifetime. So anyways, to kind of conclude my thoughts on this fight, I don't want you guys to get too twisted and overconfident and one side of the fence there. You got to respect that. Both guys are live for the finish. Paddy, his submission's live, but the prop, the world all knows this. It's not high. His KO prop's actually higher. We all know why it's not as likely to happen. But then you look at Gaethje's pretty decent, moderate underdog props, and those things. You're talking about plus 400 knockout, plus 300 to land a knockdown in a fight, those kind of props. And so there's some value there too. Even if you think Paddy by submission, there's some other fun props for Gaethje too. So Paddy could technically not get knocked out, and you still hit your bet. And unless you're telling me that Paddy goes out cold, he should be able to recover off his back. I think the knockdown bet is the safest thing, the knockout bet. So you can bet knockdown and get, money even if he doesn't get the knockout win. But that's just, food for thought. You do get less, obviously. It's like a plus 100 difference, but not bad. Curious to know your guys' thoughts, opinions. Dude, I'm just saying, dude, holy fuck. Hooker and Gaethje could do like a golf drive for awareness, and I just want to see them golf against each other and have, I don't know, like potlucks of mac and cheese and have wrestling on TVs and just have them hang out and be friends and play golf together and smoke a lot of weed together, because, they definitely do. I love him ripping that fucking half dab, though. That thing, I would have gagged all over my entire fucking office and ruined my shit if I ripped that same piece. So, anyways, Gaethje, this really has to be it for him. It's been a fucking amazing run. It's been an amazing time. Memories that I'll hold forever, because they were a big gateway for me to getting more involved. Gaethje was a name that I'd see on a fight card and made sure that I actually stopped playing whatever game I was on or doing. This was very early on in his UFC. I'm like, no, this guy gets my undeserved attention, and has became like a fanatic. Like, I'm anticipating the days, the weeks till his next fights. Like, this guy's making me money, and he's just exciting. The backflips off the cage. This is what this shit's about. Really big piece for me as a fight fan. So I went back to the older top series and got some good Gaethje rookies of him doing his earliest backflips off the octagon, and just having those like big moments that really made me kind of acknowledge MMA on a more serious level than I had at the time. Had watched like key fights here and there, but nothing on a regular, consistent. I guess I'm going to devote some time into this, So Gaethje was a big piece for that. And yeah, simply put, I think I'm going to be just enjoying life on this fight. Be my birthday on, well, technically in 2 minutes, it's my birthday, guys. I'm not even joking. So it's Thursday. Time's been flying. Stream's over now. Yeah, in 2 minutes, it's my birthday. So makes it even more sad to see it happen the way it did on my fucking birthday. So that's kind of cool. But like I said, maybe she'll be all right. That's the famous quote around these parts. She'll be all right. So maybe she will be. Big shout out to Robin Chat, Assortic as well. Been hanging out with us a bit. Rob liked the CT special joke with that fight. Yeah, that'd be a good one. I feel like Paddy is a lock. I can't be certain why, though. Well, it always starts with one thing. Is he a favorite or is he an underdog, right? Because it changes your opinion of how you feel about that fight, because rather than being confident in your pick, you're questioning why your pick's wrong. That's the mentality of seeing a prop before you truly decide. So I try to get the fight schedules. I try not to scroll further in my betting apps. I try to just look at the fight and have like that gut check to myself, and I will pick a fighter. Then I like to look at the props. Then I like to look at the communities and see who's got what. It doesn't always change, but it's just like cool. It's more ammunition. It feels like I'm using more cues and things for a fight. And obviously watching any of these vlogs where it shows them training and YouTube shit, IGs, and you can get a hint on what the game plans are, how fresh we're looking, the level of like dedication and how fucking hard they're going for it. And these are all wonderful things to be smart and utilize in your betting. The downside is you do truly spend a lot of your life doing this. So I hope that with Lethal's return or whether that happens or not, I hope that even just with my time, just chilling with you guys, shooting the shit, we can like forecast and just put our thoughts out there. Because you might say something that I absolutely love and see value in too. I mean, that was kind of what Lethal and I did, and some people like your folks in chat. So I appreciate you tapping in here at the end of the stream. I got my birthday is on Monday. Very good, man. So that's the 25th. Happy birthday, dude. Yeah, dude, fucking cheers. Got some fucking vitamin water, dude. So sound as much like an alligator. Cheers. Um but yeah, man, I had a great fucking time with you guys, and then sorry for my mate popping out like that, but maybe we'll get to the bottom of it next time. But until then, I'm gonna go ahead and get this uploaded so I can get some sleep, because I do unfortunately work a lot sooner than what he does next. So I have to stay up pretty late to do this, and plus I do the tech stuff like this, the thumbnail, the movie, all the posts like that on YouTube, the IG account stuff. So I'm just trying to give this be a platform where you can all hang out at, have a good time, give opportunities to people like Lethal a chance from the tech side to like give them a place to hang to. So it's kind of sad to see it happen the way it did, but I think there's just like some really awkward miscommunication that I honestly can't quite explain why that happened, but I'm sure maybe he'll either see one of these clips or whatever, maybe talk to me, whatever he decides to do there. And I don't know, just kind of square things away because it was really shitty. But yeah, man. Cheers to you, Rob. Happy early birthday to you on Monday. I hope you a good, successful, and healthy year, man. So thank you guys for tapping in. Sorry again for tonight, and hope you enjoyed the picks that we did have. So all right, here just gonna fly through a quick recap and probably just make just a small clip for that here to make some use of my time out of this, I guess. Let's kick off the whole main card. So for UFC 324, this is gonna be a quick recap. I'm going to go ahead and start off by having Miller the first fight. Not in love with the pick, but I think Adams just too hittable, and Miller's got I don't know, some pretty decent striking, but he's not bulletproof. He has some weird split decisions that don't look good either. I see a lot of people going Ricky as an underdog. It's not a bad pick here, but I'm going to hope that between the two of them, who both desperately need a win, got Cameron, think he can hurt Ricky in this fight. Ricky's been really hot and cold, but he's slowly fading. I think Cameron's just been slipping up and fighting like shit. But no, he's not super impressive. Really interesting matchup here in the heavyweight division. You got Josh Hokett taking on Denzel Freeman. Freeman's last fight's fucking atrocious, but otherwise you'd respect what he can do from a finishing standpoint. He can grapple, he can strike. Josh, a surging former pro football athlete, fucking lineman. This dude literally fucking sends the kitchen sink in the first round. Has some fucking amazing, like Chael Sonnen and Colby Covington-ish statements, perfectly cued for the microphone. Rhymes, cool with it. Wants to keep fighting, keep going, making that big money, that big bonus paycheck. So Josh Hokett's a riot. I'm looking forward to this guy being around for a minute. Next on the card, he's going to be my pick in that fight. Next on the card, oh yeah, we're going to take we're going to take Distant Snow on that fight. Surprised to see how dangerous both guys are, and see this one at like negative 200 something. So that's going to be definitely one of my locks of the week. Distant Snow. Next in the fight, we got Michael Johnson, Hernandez. Give me Hernandez. He's been streaking. He's had knockouts. Johnson's faded, been knocked down a bit, hurt a bit. Just kind of at the end of that road, honestly. Hernandez training with Gaethje's team, looking very good with Travis Whitman, and just staying sharp, staying pretty crystal. You got to give him that elevation advantage that he's gaining. So I like Hernandez, where he's at, what he's doing, and I expect another win here for him. And that will look pretty good if he gets another knockout. That'll be 5. All right, moving up the card, you got Charles Johnson taking on Perez. I'm going to take Johnson. Very fucking big, rangy flyweight. His wrestling solid. Perez is going to have a hard time getting in and not really getting something in exchange back. You know, he's going to get shut down a lot of ways. And Johnson is a good pick apart person. If you can get in, make it a gunfight, maybe it opens things up. But yeah, give me Johnson there. Krylov and Modestas is a good fight. I really like what Modestas is doing, like Lethal was saying. He trains with Tom Aspinall's team. Team's really sharp. Iron sharpens iron. These guys are training at one of the highest levels, very good fundamentals, but also ways to improve. And their ideology with these big guys is if you're in and you should have been out, then you lose, you know? So that makes his boxing a little bit more on point, a little bit more dangerous. Krylov, I think, could actually find success just trying to grapple right away, not let this guy strike, take the fight to the ground if possible. Krylov's submission is a great underdog here, but I like Bukasis by knockout. Moving up the card, we got Atiba Gutierrez. He's going to win to Human Sacrifice from UFC, TKO, and Paramount. And they chose this guy, Andre. So Atiba's going to send him to the fucking Shadow Realm, and we're going to clip farm the fuck out of it and continue to call him Francis Ngannou's little cousin. But Andre's live. It is a big weight class. He's dangerous too. And yeah, if you have him at plus money, it's a huge payout, but it is it risky. Still moving up the prelims. Umar, Nurmagomedov taking on Davison Figueiredo. We gave Figgy a lot of flowers earlier, but Manny's kind of hit that end of his road, moves up weight classes. We all know it doesn't get easier, but he's having to. The age is really getting to him there, and it's not that he loses that speed necessarily, but it's hard to push over long rounds, and it's been I don't know. He's having to fight some of the best guys at the end of the day of the division, so he's truly being tested more than most fighters' resumes would ever allow at such a low division. Just because he did throw himself in that whole I want to fight in two divisions, you know. If he was able to make the weight, I think Figueiredo would be fucking live right now, right? At flyweight still. But it is what it is. We got next fight on the card. Yeah, I'm going to take Umar. To no surprise there. No value in the betting. You could look at distance or maybe Figgy to pull the upset, but distance is probably safer if you're on the side of the coin that he gets a finish or not. I'm personally staying away from it. I don't see value on that card or on that fight. Arnold Allen taking on Shane Silva. Dude, Silva's a fucking dog. We gave him his flowers earlier, but Lethal actually going on the Arnold Allen side. I got a decent Allen collection of cards. He's always been pretty cheap. We all know he's not the most popular fighters, but he fucking sends it. He strikes with vengeance. He gets hit, gets woken up, and sends back too. Like, he is that guy that you can kind of believe in and kind of root for during a fight. Even if he's behind in a fight, he's not quitting on you. I've always been a great fan of Arnold Allen and have had money on his fights, so never been really too upset either. But Gene Silva, I and this is kind of where things went really weird earlier, but I gave the man his flowers, and I said if Diego Lopez had to fight Arnold Allen or Silva right now, I'd be more worried about Silva than I would Allen, and that triggered all that bullshit. So anyways, that was only to say I respect Silva. I'm gonna take Silva. Next we had another Silva, Natalie Silva, taking her. Rose would have been a much better, I think, 4 years ago or so. But I think she's fading too, and this is just too sharp of a prospect coming up. He's too fast, technical, and we're catching Rose on the end, not in the middle. Moving up the card from there, got Costa and Lewis. Actually, kind of tough one, right? I don't even know if I heard him say Lewis or Costa. Oh yeah, that's right. I was all alone at this point. Yeah, I like the Lewis by the knockout as a fun plus prop with him being as big of a dog as he is, which is nice. Costa was just fighting a bunch of prelim guys. Lewis is kind of on his way out, and typically when you're on your way out, you fight a lot of prelim guys. So, in my opinion, this was a match destined to happen. And what makes it interesting is the fact that Acosta's never been knocked. So, it'd be that beautiful Cinderella highlight finish for Lewis. Get one of his probably final knockouts of his career, if not probably soon to be one of the last ones, but he is also trying to get it out of the way and be kind of active a little bit more. You could tell too, like, shit, just sign me up. So would be happy for Lewis in my heart, but I actually think Acosta has a good chance of getting it done. He's just been very fucking sharp, and Lewis he's lost 12 fights at the end of the day, and I think Acosta's of this next gen that's just a little bit more disciplined and technical than what Lewis is ready for, and so he doesn't get away with just being a bruiser. Maybe. Co-main event got O'Malley taking on Song Yadong. Can Yadong get close to Dong O'Malley? Maybe it happens, but I like Sugar. Always been a Sugar fan, and I think that he really needs this to not go to 3 fights in a row, go on a fucking streaking terrible loss. Like 3 fights is really demoralizing after being a champ. But in all respects, he did get the easy pass once again to challenge after what was otherwise a pretty dominant Noche win initially by Merab. So here he is. He's having to finally go back and fight down where he probably should have been. And like pressure's on in a sense. But I think a lot of the world's still believing, backing. We'll keep giving him chances. Even if he lost this, I'm sure we'd start to do the Tony Ferguson effect. And initially, where, yeah, this will be the one. And then eventually you hit that no point of return. I respect O'Malley to think even as much as slightly of that happening. I could just see O'Malley at the end of the day floating around fifth in the division, 6th in the division. So that's why this is a very interesting matchup. I don't see Sugar going much lower in caliber and fighters where he's starting to lose again, but Song Yadong does at least possess the ability of surprise and upset with his striking. I'm seeing a lot of focus on his camp grappling too. Maybe they see the blueprint that Merab drafted for them and thought, oh well, we know how the striking's going to go, right? He's very big and long for the division. Let's get him on his back. Let's kind of strike on him on the ground and kind of work in some more grappling. I mean, you might be able to submit him too. You saw Ryan and Song kind of training that. So for anyone who's believing that Song could pull the upset, probably just take him at whatever plus props you can get to be safe. But as a sprinkle, his submission props like plus 2,700, which is pretty fucking gnarly for that. So might be worth something if you're looking into a moonshot. But it'd be a fun one and crazy for Sugar. Hope it doesn't happen. But yeah, I think a lot of us got Sugar in parlays and bets. He's likely getting this one done. So I can believe in that. And then last but not least, to wrap this up, again, just recapping at least my own picks on this, is Justin Gaethje and Paddy Pimblett, man. These two have been fucking two really good fighters to enjoy watching. Paddy's obviously had far less time at the top level to prove himself, but I think all that bit of time that the UFC was matchmaking and buying him helped him every bit of the way, because now he's a father, and he's truly, I think, at that fight maturity state where he's here to provide, he's here to win. Kind of like that Brandon Moreno story, you know, he's not here to be a star anymore, he's here to be a provider. And I think that's that locked in Paddy that morphs and becomes stronger, faster, better cardio. I mean, look at him cutting weight. He's just laughing. We're not talking about food as much. You know what I mean? Like, he's a very dialed in, locked in motherfucker right now. He's a dangerous fighter. So Gaethje still has a big test here, even though Paddy hasn't quite fought the same people as Justin. Paddy's showing up in this fight, and so Gaethje gets to do the thing that every fighter has to do every time they sign that dotted line. He has to dig deep and ask himself, can I win this fight? Can I dig deep if I have to? Am I willing to break myself and put myself out there? This is Gaethje's admitted last time that if I break, this is it. So it's just something about the heart and the soul that goes into this fight that doesn't help the fighter, in my opinion. But if you're a true warrior, you can use it as ammunition to like rebirth in a fight you're losing, second, third round, change the tide, come back, make something happen. My final prediction was that Paddy doesn't fucking destroy the takedown game. He doesn't do amazing with his sweeps or his trips. he got really goofy fucking submissions, like jumping gillies and things at times. But his striking is slowly improving and opening up. And I think just how we saw Dubrox drop Gaethje, you can see Paddy potentially drop Gaethje, and that's where that submission opens up big time. The scramble is so much slower. You go up behind him, you clinch up around the neck with like a ninja or Doris guillotine something, and just hold him out flat on the ground. That could be it, but you just don't see Gaethje in those positions because he is durable, he is technical, he's still strong, he's still powerful too. So I can respect Paddy. I can respect Paddy being a near even favorite, but to say that he's like a mid to moderate favorite is actually kind of fucking wide to me. Yeah, it's like moderate favorite is really disrespectful. By the way, like he's not even in the same fucking hemisphere as Gaethje. So in terms of what we've been, seeing and improving, but youth is on his side. It's easy to say, hey, he's on a 5-win streak, but man, you're talking about Levitt, Gordon, Ferguson, Green, Chandler. Gaethje fought all those guys and fucked them up. I mean, you know what I mean? Chandler and Ferguson got devoured by Gaethje. So, anyways, interesting. If you did MMA math, you'd give more points to Gaethje for winning this fight. So, anyways, that's what that looks like. But yeah, I just like I liked Diego against Silva. I like Gaethje against Paddy. I like the underdog value here in the main, and that's how I'll kick off the main year. But I'm also gonna put some props on Paddy by submission rounds. I almost want to do rounds 2, 3, 4, but yeah, the submission props close to 200 for me. I'm okay with that, and having the Gaethje knockout at +4 and just a straight money line. From there, we're looking at live props and just gauging with our eyes. But we'll set the offset so that it's guaranteeing a little bit of a profit either way. Just one method will make me more, and I'll probably make that my Gaethje knockout because the value, right, is at +370, 400 prop probably. It's widening a little bit, so we'll see what it looks like after weigh-ins too. Could totally change. As always, no fights are final until they're locked in after fight night. But yeah, maybe I have a change of heart on any of my fights. But anyways, it's going to conclude today's stream. Wraps up 2.5 hours. I've been on my own yapping for maybe the last 40 minutes or so. It's no different in time than we normally would start at. So not sure what that was about, but we'll get to the bottom of it. For those who are part of it up until then, appreciate you guys. Much love. And we'll catch you next time. We'll catch you at UFC 324. Probably start the stream and kick it and chill if you guys want in. So much love. We'll